Well, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to put your wet floor signs down and be sure to mop it up because, woo, look at your boy.
Yeah.
It is. Welcome to another exciting episode of your show. That's right, the Kickout Crew. I am so fresh and so clean, James Delacori, and I want to welcome y'all to a new episode. I want to thank everybody for having the patience to listen to last week's episode. I want to thank Buff for being on. And sometimes, hey, whatever happened, but it's time for a fresh outlook. So I enjoyed last week's episode. Buff did have a lot of great stuff. I want to, thank everybody for their questions. I know Buff had a good time. And, that's enough of me rambling. So we're doing Brad's topic next, I guess. So Brad, host of the show, take it away, buddy.
I got some stuff this week, but it's not necessarily just all about me. I know that it's been about 10 days now as this airs, but I gotta talk a little bit about the WWE draft. I'm gonna tell you just what doesn't make sense to me, and then I'm gonna tell you what does make sense to me, and then you guys can take it all in. How the hell do you link Rey Mysterio to the LWO and you're all together as one pick? Rey Mysterio's not even his own pick. You're linking him to the LWO. Get the hell out of here. And by that same philosophy, why in the world isn't Rhea Ripley a member of the Judgment Day as a draft pick then? Makes no sense. Tag champs drafted to Raw. What does that mean? They can't defend them on their Universal Tag. They can't defend them on SmackDown? Who cares where they go? Who the hell cares where they go? What else do we got?
Didn't they draft every champion to the opposite brand?
Right?
Pretty much.
Like, what the fuck?
Except for Roman, yeah.
Why not the whole bloodline at this point, too? First off, you drafted Heyman. What? It's not even a thing. He talks once in a while. But you draft Solo Sikoa, you draft Roman Reigns, and you draft Heyman. So obviously, what are you thinking? That the Usos are going to be drafted to the other brand, right? No, but they're not. They end up being later on the next day drafted to the same brand. So what did you prove there? I just don't even understand that. NXT stars drafted that are champs. What are we doing there? They're champions on NXT. You have Braun Breaker that just lost. You have, and then Grayson Waller, probably the biggest name out of NXT. They just announced on Raw Talk. Was that just a ratings getter for Raw Talk? I don't understand. Let me tell you what I did like. That they are keeping teams together at least. And that to me means that Triple H is still in charge. That you're seeing the Judgment Day still together. That you're seeing the Bloodline together. That, thank God we had the Good Brothers drafted along with the OC. That
hey, thank
stuff.
God we have Braun and Ricochet staying together. Makes total sense.
Fuck what? Yeah. Of all things that needed to end, right? Like, why are they drafted as a team?
For real, I was like, wait, what?
Love seeing Eric Bischoff, of course, on the show. Love that he doesn't watch wrestling, but then he gets to come on the show and act like he knows what's going on. Love that. Love Road Dogg saying to Shawn Michaels that you're going to lose your smile again. Freaking good shit, man. Because I've been making fun of that crap for freaking ever. How the hell
RVD had the card upside down.
Well, he's probably
the best.
So like I said before about Grayson Waller, probably the biggest name to come out of NXT, not drafted live. We just found out the next day somehow, some way. He just stands up. Riddick Moss again, not Madcap, which Madcap was always a funny name. But they've been pushing Madcap, Riddick Moss, and Emma for quite a while now. How not even a live mention? Piper Niven, same thing. Johnny Gargano, another same thing. So definitely some flaws, but it is what it is. It's just, who's it for? Is it for kids? Because I don't even think they understand it. Is it for adults? Hell no, because it doesn't even make sense to us. I don't even know what it's for, except just something for them to promote, I guess. So let's talk about Brad for a minute. Just some dumb shit that I did this week. I have to pick up my daughter tomorrow at West Virginia University. Can't wait. 10 hours on the road. Good times. So I had to reschedule a dentist appointment. So I called the dentist and I say, hi, this is Brad from, because I'm at work. I'm not from anywhere. All right. I'm just calling the dentist, and everybody around me is like, I don't know why all of a sudden I had an audience. People were laughing at me.
Taking my gimmick now. I'm out of form. They're taking my shit.
I'm not. I go, so yeah, I'm Brad. But I'm not from anywhere. That is exactly what I said on the phone. I'm Brad. I'm not from anywhere. So I'm going through this, and then she's laughing, having a good time. I'm like, I need to reschedule the appointment. She's looking, can't find anything anywhere. Can't find anything anywhere. 5 seconds into this call, I realized I called the wrong dentist. So not only do I like have this introduction is unnecessary, I don't even have the right dentist on the phone. So I'm just waiting for her to say she can't find me at this point. I'm not giving in. I'm not going to say I'm wrong. I'm just going to say, you know what? I'm going to call you back. That's the she's like, oh, give me your phone number. Give me your last four of your social. Give me everything. Yeah, I know it's not the right place now. Anyway, so that was pretty funny. But finally, guys, I did something. I never thought I would do. I bought a championship belt.
Ooh.
Which one?
It isn't here yet. I bought it today. I've been looking for about a week. I can thank Pondwater Dave Show for this because they had a whole episode on it, and I've been against belts for so long. I did it. I bought one.
No way.
I bought the Winged Eagle. I bought the one that Hogan wore in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
And off of eBay. I did a little bit. I was kind of doing it all week. I was on the web at WWE site for a while. I wanted something that said WWF on it. And I wanted something with the real gold on it. I didn't go crazy now. All right. But yeah, I'm a belt guy now. So it's coming. Should be here in about a week and a half. I don't know where I'm going to put it in the funhouse. Thinking maybe over the TV, maybe not. Move a couple pictures around there. But,
under the windowsill.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
When you get the belt, are you and your wife gonna, you know what I mean? Get the belt.
It's funny you say that. She actually said, "Are you gonna wear that to bed?" I'm like, "I'll do whatever you want." I'm in.
My man. You can be Brad from wherever you want to today.
Sometimes you're in the business for a long time and you finally get that championship. You know what I'm saying? Good job,
I'm picturing that Leon Ruff incident where he went over his head and the belt drops down to the ground. Yeah, I think that's what's probably going to happen. Well, at least I'm ready to go at that point, huh?
Are we going to see a Shawn Michaels pose?
Hell yeah.
Hey, shout out Frank.
Yeah, we got another t-shirt like Frank.
So, day in the life of Brad. Back to you, James.
Oh, man. Way to end it. Well, I honestly, when you talked about like that belt, I thought you were getting like one of the new ones. And I was like, you fucking would get one of the like the brand new or the, concept or whatever the fuck they just unveiled. But hey, the Winged Eagle, that's one of everybody's favorites. So
yeah,
I'm a Hogan guy. I'm a Hogan guy from that's my childhood. I wanted something with him, and not that Hogan belt that he never wore. The WWE made like the black and the red and yellow thing. Get the hell out of here with that. He never wore that. Anyway.
Yeah.
What are you?
Hey, I'm audibling from the. I didn't even notice that till just now. I thought it was Mike. So, Mike. Check it out. Yeah, we're not going to my topic. I don't know what the fuck that is. So, Mike, how does your week go? Tell everybody about no, not happening.
Actually, I did that just to fuck with you.
I did not even notice that.
I didn't know what you were talking about because I print mine out. I'm like, what is the problem?
The topic's Brad and me. Nope. It's Mike's turn.
Mike's a funny guy. Mike Whitaker's a funny guy.
Oh, that was hilarious. Here's your Wonka Wonka Wonka. There you go, Adam.
With an N.
Yeah. Oh, dead jokes? I don't know any dead jokes.
Shut up.
So, anyway,
it's an Easter egg for our fans.
Yeah, all the way back to one. Sorry, what
if you can hear it, that's an Easter egg.
Oh boy.
So anyways, I was watching TV the other day and I came across a commercial, and I'm sure James and Adam, I don't think Devyn was born yet. Brad might have been a little too old for it. But the game Twisted Metal. Remember that on PlayStation? The Twisted Metal
hell
game?
yeah.
We're coming out with a series of it. TV
sweet
show.
Soundtrack.
And Sweet Tooth, the clown, is played by none other than Samoa Joe. What do y'all think about that?
Joe.
Dude, that's badass. They're gonna do Biker Mice from Mars next.
That's what?
You remember that game, the Biker Mice from Mars?
Yeah.
They need to do that next.
I'm sure they will.
Did you say Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Oh,
No,
that's such a good game.
No, they lived that one in real life. A lot of people did.
Right?
And, hey, it didn't. No, I'm not even gonna go there.
So yeah, it comes out later on this month, and I think it might be very interesting to watch.
Yeah,
definitely.
We'll see. I mean, I'll be interested in
Those
watching
are
the
my
first-
favorite games, dude.
Exactly.
And I'm not that old.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had Twisted Metal for PS2.
Well, there you go. See, I think it originally
Man.
came on PS1, but
Yeah.
I'm probably a little old.
I remember the clown car driving around and shooting and everything. That
Dude,
was
the soundtrack. Blaster Rider, I'll do it again. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and all that stuff.
Nice.
Mhm.
Wow.
On second note, my dog killed a groundhog the other day, and I just now found it, and wasn't pretty.
That's good
Fuck
shit,
yeah.
man. You know, if you were in Punxsutawney, you would have a fine.
Oh.
Fuck him. My dog
Oh.
would have a fine.
You know that Phil, I don't know if I mentioned on the show before, he lives in the library now and has 3 other women groundhogs in there with him.
Atta boy.
My man.
It's like Jabba the Hutt in there. He's
My man.
humongous. And he's got these 3 little hot pieces of young tail running around.
So how much do you think Puxatony, you know what I'm saying? Like they sell horse, reproductions. They says you want that like bloodline of the mare and all that stuff or whatever. So how much do you think old Puxatony's old pumps are going for? There's a reason they give him 3 women. I mean, what are you talking about here?
I don't know what to say.
Hey, this is Puxatony,
Been there, done that.
Woo. Well, hey, we're not gonna have 3 more weeks of winter on this, I guess. So my bad, Mike.
It's all right. Oh, there's my topic. Mainly about Samoa Joe being Sweet Tooth on Twisted Metal. So I think that's going to be pretty cool.
It almost sounds like a Devon's demographic.
Oh,
I actually messaged Devyn and make sure he wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, it is not. So we're good there, man.
hey, but when the movie comes out, maybe there could be a Devon's demographic following up on it.
Later
Huh?
on. There we go.
Maybe a little
Long-running
foreshadowing.
storyline on your show, The Kick Out Crew.
Quick a sip. There it is. No dead
Mhm.
spots.
Well, so that's it, huh?
That's it.
Yeah,
that's mine.
it.
I'll be damned.
Twisted
Well,
Metal.
it
My
seems that
dog put it down.
sometimes things just don't go as planned. Like you kind of think you got something going, and something else just happens to happen. Kind of ironic that Well, I'll just let Brad take it away. So, Brad, what is today's agenda? Because
So
I
this
don't
is
know
actually-
if we planned on this.
This was James' idea, and it's kind of linked to the way we talked about what we talked about a couple weeks ago, but in a different way.
Well, it's
We thought-
definitely linked to last episode. How? Hey,
It's we thought a match was going to go one way and it went another. Now, we're not talking about these big upsets or anything like that. We're talking like we were for sure going to have Cody win the championship at WrestleMania this year, but he didn't. Now, we're not talking about that, but we are going to talk about 2 matches that we really thought were going to go one way. Swerve, they didn't. And it just surprised us as smart wrestling fans, even more so. We really think it's going to go this way, and it doesn't. So
True.
that's today's agenda.
And I think with our first match that we're covering, probably reiterates that point very well because we all, 21-0, flashing all the shit. It's Taker, it's Mania. But, how does that match end? Well, we don't know. But wait a minute. What match is that? Oh, it is Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker from WrestleMania 30. It took place April 6th, 2014 at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Le Bon Temps Roulette, baby. New Orleans, Louisiana. Shout out Bourbon Street, hand grenades. Shout out Mardi Gras. But New Orleans is awesome. I go to WrestleMania there. Not the other, but it had an attendance of 75,167. It had a match length of 25 minutes and 10 seconds. That obviously did not include the entrances. I'm pretty sure we'll talk about that because good grief. But hey, On a better note, Meltzer gave this 1.5 stars. Haven't had Meltzer rating lately on our episodes, but hey, what better way to ring in a Meltzer rating than 1.5 stars? But that's enough about that. You know, that's the match. But hey, Mike, how did we get there?
Well, thanks to Devyn for helping me this one out. How we?
You're welcome.
Helping me this one.
So, anyways, Brock Lesnar came out on Raw after Royal Rumble, was pissed off he didn't win, and was demanding a title shot at WrestleMania. Instead, he got an open contract to wrestle anybody else he wanted to besides the champion. That's when Undertaker would come out and attack Brock Lesnar. And they would go back and forth throughout the weeks. And then Undertaker, when they had the contract signing, this is when Undertaker would stab Brock Lesnar in the hand with the pen and sign his contract that way.
Oh, yeah.
And then they kind of fought back and forth throughout the weeks. That's when they had the big brawl and had to separate them a bunch of different times and all that stuff. But pretty much that's how we got there.
Wow, great. All right,
And for all of our hearing impaired listeners, Devyn acted it out on the camera.
So, I mean, who thought Brock had a chance, right? Who knows? Does he? Does he not? Let's go to the notes.
He doesn't, man. It's Taker WrestleMania. He's 21-0, bro. He's won every match. What do you mean? Fucking does Brock have a chance? All that's gonna happen, Brock gonna beat him up, and then Taker's gonna win.
I mean, Devyn, did you actually see him as a threat to the streak?
Absolutely no one can beat The Undertaker. Why was I to see Brock Lesnar as a threat? We saw CM Punk lose. We saw so many people go down to Undertaker.
And they mocked Paul Bearer with CM Punk's thing.
Exactly. He's beat Kane. He beat the Big Show and Elbert at the same time. No
Edge.
one could beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Jai Gonzalez?
So,
Sid?
James, Brock Lesnar's entrance, heel or face, he usually gets a big pop right now, no matter what. But what happened here?
Heel. You asking me?
Yeah, your name's James, right?
Like, yeah, you know, like heel. Because everybody, it's WrestleMania. We want Taker. We want the gong. We want the 8.5 minutes it takes to get out there. But no, I don't know. Hey, I got a lot on the crowd reaction on this match for sure. Yeah,
All right, Adam, if you were Brock Lesnar as a wrestling purist, would you want to break the streak?
No, because he's definitely not the guy that needs it. If anybody, he's the last person that needs it.
Exactly. Already made.
And you talk about the build-up and everything. Don't forget that Undertaker went to UFC to watch Brock in a fight.
Yep.
And he come out of the cage, and Brock walked by Undertaker, and Undertaker's like, "Look, what's up? You want to go?" Kind of set the tone for what was coming up later down the road. But I got a lot to say about this match.
That was many years. Hey,
like
do you know what year that was that they did the cage like thing?
Was that like in 02 or something like
I
that?
was about to say it was a
Wow,
long
back.
time,
Yeah.
but it's kind of like they did plant the seed. They just never did shit with it, you know?
Mike, this has to be the longest Undertaker entrance of all time. It even has like a pre-entrance entrance. Were you a fan of this? Do you think it should have happened, or do you think they should have cut it down a little?
No, I think they should have done his 12-minute entrance and let him come out. And, like, it's already long enough. So, I mean, you had time to go take a piss, grab a beer, come back, and then he's just now getting the rings. So.
Finish that beer, go get another beer, then drink that one.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. Undertaker's entrance for this match was longer than the Divas, like 6 women or 8 women or whatever match was next. His entrance alone was longer than their whole match.
Yeah. When I saw
Straight
that,
up,
like
we
the
timed
match
it. At
length,
the party I was at, we timed them.
I have to say, both matches we're doing tonight, it's the same. Like,
Mhm.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I told Mike doesn't usually watch the entrances. I text him like, this week you have to. You have to.
I fell asleep watching the entrances.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
you
never
have
woke
to pitch
up.
a tent,
It's
fucking,
good.
light a fire.
I did the dishes while watching the entrances.
I worked a full 8-hour shift while watching the entrances.
You did the dishes while Erica sat back and drank a beer.
No.
I drove
She
to
does
Canada
yoga.
and back watching these entrances.
So,
She did.
Devin, the next question I had for you, I'm going to link it with what Gallagher said in Discord. So Gallagher said, who else do you think could have legitimately broke the streak? And I wrote here, Devin, do you think on an up and comer should have broke the streak? Do you think it should have ended with Brock Lesnar, or do you think it still should be going today? So I'm linking that with Mike, because I think that's all one, or with Mike Gallagher, 'cause that's all one question.
Okay, so looking back at it now, I think Brock Lesnar was the perfect person to beat the streak. Coming back like 10 years, Brock Lesnar at any point in his career still, he can say, I'm the one that broke the Undertaker streak. He's going to get an arena full of boos and is the instant heel immediately.
But did he really beat the Undertaker?
You're
though?
the biggest son of a bitch of all time.
I did not see that
You're
coming.
Sammy Guevara, Pepsi Nitro bullshit. Adam, you got to eviscerate him for this.
Did he really beat the Undertaker?
Why?
Did he beat
Why?
an older
Why?
version of the Undertaker that had a concussion during the whole match?
Oh, here
It's
we go.
not Brock Lesnar's fault that the
I know.
WWE wanted to put this Undertaker.
This match happened
WrestleMania.
5 or 6 years too late.
Correct. If it had happened 5 years before and Brock Lesnar beat him, I think that
It
it
would've
might have
been
been
a
a lot
whole-
Hey,
more
they can
momentum.
have
momentum.
the they can have the match all day. I don't think Brock needed or gained or whatever. Hey, we'll get to that, but it's you should maybe not an up and comer, but like somebody that's kind of established. But an
I don't think it should have never been beaten. It should have
That
never
is
been
also
beaten.
true. I don't think he should have been beat until but I'll answer that question later.
I'm
What,
100%
like
with you, Adam.
Seth Rollins.
I feel like he should never have been beat, but if there was someone, I think the biggest human on the planet might be the right person.
What, almost?
I
It's
meant
Omos.
most jacked,
We
most
mispronounce
ripped,
this shit every time we talk about him.
Satnam
good.
Singh?
not the Nigerian giant.
What about like a
So-
Seth
The
Rollins?
Giant Gonzalez comes back. Great colleague.
Seth Rollins would have been good. I mean, Roman Reigns would have been good, of course.
Roman
but-
at 33, man. I
Yeah,
wasn't gonna
he
talk
does it
about
anyway.
That's a question for later, but Roman at 33.
That right there, and that
Or
was
never.
All right,
We're gonna
we're
with the
talking
never.
about that, and let's get into it. Actually,
All right.
Yeah.
So, James, let's talk about who are the announcers?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Brad. It is I almost read the wrong match. It is JBL, Justin Bradshaw Layfield. It is Michael Cole, and it is Jerry the King Lawler.
Adam, this is 2013, and The Undertaker is already a part-time performer. Forget the streak. When should his career have ended, or should it still be going on?
Oh, it definitely shouldn't be going on. But
This was 9 years ago. Think about
I mean, I don't
Man.
see it. I don't see the point. I mean, I know why, because when you're in that ring, nothing compares to it. Nothing at all. I understand why he wanted to do it,
it.
but at the same time, what does he have to prove?
Nothing. And it is 9 years. Sorry, James.
Him and Triple H and Shawn Michaels should have been one of the last matches he had.
2014.
Yeah, I
That's
just
when you
looked
had,
at
what,
it too, like
27?
9.
Right?
But no, hey, I'm with Adam on that. 25
When they all
was
walked
a
out of the
great
cell.
match.
Yes.
26, 27. But here's the thing, though. If we wouldn't have got robbed, well, okay, if COVID wouldn't have been a pandemic and they would have done a cinematic match, I honestly, truly think that AJ Styles versus Taker would have been a fucking great match.
Oh, absolutely. He wanted to wrestle
Great
AJ
match.
Styles.
Oh, dude, AJ would have made that like the gold standard. Like,
Well, his
that would've
wife
been
was
one
for it.
we
If you watch the
talk about
documentary,
forever.
his wife was all for it. He'd be safe, be the way to go. She thought.
Mhm. And he would,
Devin-
and AJ would, well, whatever. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Hey,
Devin,
your show, Brad. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, here we go. It's my show. Oh,
About
Devin.
time you did it.
again, this is so long. The announcers say nothing until Taker gets into the ring. Was this the right call, letting it breathe like this?
No, it was boring as hell. It was like 5 minutes of nothing at all at WrestleMania.
7.5 minutes total. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Belly to belly.
I see why they do it though, because there's just the respect for the man. You know, he's been
Oh,
there.
100%.
Enough already.
but-
Enough already with the respect. All right. It doesn't mean it has to happen. So
What if like Michael Cole was running down all of his accolades at the as he's coming down? I feel like that'd have been better.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he's
mean, I-
defeated this person.
that'd
He
been
did
good.
this. He did this.
Just
He's
no-
the 5-time champion. He's
To me,
No
there's
regular
just-
banter
fair.
between all three of them. I don't want to hear.
there's
that
a difference
crap.
between showing respect and drawing it out. That's all I'm saying. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, they did have
Good
the
call.
caskets with everybody that he beat, so he could have named, everybody that he beat like 3 times by the time he got to the ring.
Belly to belly by Lesnar, clothesline over the top rope onto his feet. Mike, they have built Lesnar as a beast since the beginning. Why didn't they have Goldberg squash, or why did they have Goldberg squash Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, Goldberg question.
I can't believe I freaking choked saying it. But yeah, why did they have
Didn't
Goldberg
hear
squash
that
him?
one.
Because that was in his contract. In order for me to come to wrestle for you, I have to squash Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're probably right. You're probably right. Punches
I
by
mean,
the Undertaker.
he's bitching out about his damn last match. Oh, they didn't give it to me because I didn't win my last match. So now I'm going to do a whole tour and just
You're
do it
not
myself.
supposed to win
All
your
right,
last match.
Bischoff. Hey, welcome to 83 Weeks Kickout Crew edition with
just
Michael
saying,
Bischoff over here.
That's
I can't
exactly
believe you told
why he
Buff how
wants
much
to
you hated
do it.
Goldberg. I can't believe you told Buff how much you hated
That was
Goldberg.
so
How do you even-
awesome. And you are the last person that defeated Bill Goldberg
I
in WCW.
hate
You retired him.
Goldberg? I hate him.
Buff was just like, I love it. I hear you.
I've never heard a podcast say that I was the person
Oh, yeah,
that retired
we
Buff.
didn't ask him about the NWO. We didn't ask him about his journey back from addiction. No,
We
no,
didn't
no.
ask him.
You
We
beat
didn't
the
know.
you beat the Undertaker. I don't even know what I'm saying.
We
Anyway,
didn't know.
WrestleMania. Do you guys think Buff could have beat Undertaker at WrestleMania?
yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Punches by Undertaker, shoulder first into the post by Taker to Brock. James, do you like Taker's methodical style?
Well, at this point in the match, yeah, I know that there were a lot of long spots, and we'll probably talk about a bunch of those. But it's Undertaker at WrestleMania. They're not gonna do spot show shit. Like, they're gonna tell a story, do some methodical stuff. It's him and Brock. Like, this is a beast. He's not just gonna like squash the beast incarnate. I mean, I get it. Like, I get the. Now, were there some breaks that had like long pauses in between? Sure, but at this point, yeah, you gotta. It's beast versus dead man.
Old school
You gotta
block
beat him down.
Old school block by Lesnar. Lesnar misses in the corner and goes shoulder first into the corner. Adam, how good is Brock selling?
When he wants to actually be in the match and he wants to sell, he's top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him that.
Slunging it out on the outside, kick to the head on the apron by Taker, leg drop on the apron from Taker to Lesnar. Devyn, you are 9 or 10 years old here. You've gone on record that said you don't like any of Undertaker's matches or Undertaker at all in WrestleMania. Do you hate Undertaker?
Where the hell did that come from? I absolutely
He
loved
100%
Undertaker. He was my first favorite wrestler. And
Oh,
So-
boy.
You said
the American Badass
said
Undertaker was my first favorite
DDP
wrestler.
flipping over the attempted diamond cutter of Buff was your first.
WCW memory. Correct.
Oh, yeah, correct him. Right. Choke slam reversed by Lesnar. F5 reversed by Taker. Lesnar targeting the leg on the outside. Mike, Lesnar has a mohawk here and shaved up.
Lesnar?
Not Lesnar. Undertaker. I'm sorry. Taker has a mohawk here and he's shaved up. Are you a fan and would you do it? And do you have it now?
No, I don't have it now. It was definitely different, but it was almost like he did the same thing with Triple H, because when he came out with Triple H, during the promos and stuff like that, before then he had the long hair, showed up at WrestleMania, threw his thing off, and he had the shaved head. I didn't like it too much on this one. He looked too skinny to me. He didn't look like the Undertaker.
He did look a little trim, but that's okay.
Yeah. And it was mainly just in the face. Like, he just looked, real skinny in the face.
Yeah, he had a little belly.
That's
Always
because
has a
you're not used to
belly.
seeing his face, though, because his hair is always kind of, because I don't think you're
That's
used to
true.
seeing his face.
How about him being like perfectly positioned at the hard cam to where he takes that hat off, and it's just like it shows the tip down, and he just takes it off. It's like,
I love it when they
shit.
get the tip.
It's
I
just
love it when they get
perfectly
the
at
tip.
that, like, angled sideways at the hard cam. It's so sick.
But when you do it for 30 years, I guess you kind of get the right angle.
I wonder how many times they filmed his tip.
There it is.
There it is.
Lesnar kicked to Taker, still working the leg. James, the crowd's very quiet here in the middle of the match. How come?
Well, it's slow and methodical. I think they, they may have expected a lot of, which, granted, you kind of know it's a Taker match at Mania. It's going to be, like, you're not going to blow your load in the first 10 minutes because it's going to be a 30-minute match. So cheer and applaud, but you know when to get hype, I guess is what I'm saying.
But did you not think it would be more hard hitting? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
there's a lot of
expected a
pauses
lot
here,
more.
which could be because somebody got knocked out, but like there's a lot of pauses. You know?
and
Yeah, I think-
that's kind of where I was getting at. Is I think he said he got hurt early, and for me, I was looking at it as Brock Lesnar was taking over the match, and that kind of shows to me personally. Brock can't control the match. He's not the one to go in there and he can't handle that kind of situation
I
at
think
that time.
he can, but I think it's just because of the Undertaker. I mean,
It could, yeah, and it could have been
Yeah.
just because it was with Undertaker, but I think everything kind of fell apart once that concussion happened and he was knocked out. I think they should have kind of did a quick finish, in my opinion.
So
The match
Adam,
would have been a lot better.
actually, that's what I was getting to here. Adam, is Brock he's working methodical. Brock's working methodical. Is he doing this because the Undertaker's limitations? Maybe I wasn't really getting into the concussion yet because I'm not sure when that happened in the match. And I was going to mention that a little later in this, but is he doing that because of his age and his limitations because he's not wrestling much?
I think he's taking it easy on him, kind of stretching it out because he knows Undertaker wants to go out there and give him a show. Because, I mean,
like a 30
there's not too
minute.
many quick Undertaker matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think there's one when he beat John Cena, but
Heyman's
don't
laughing
count.
on the outside. Devin, how did you feel about Heyman when you were a kid watching this?
Paul Heyman was always like a piece of shit. Like I always hated watching him. Honestly, like whoever he was with, he was always that slimy dirtbag heel. And I was 15 at the time, Brad. I was about to
You were
drive.
7, 8 years old, whatever.
Right.
I have all the dates wrong in this. I'm saying the wrong person. I haven't had one drink.
Devin was going to kindergarten for the first day.
So when you first came, when you
Bad
first
day.
were born, so punches by Lesnar, DDT by Taker, boot from Taker in the corner, throwing punches, clothesline by Taker. Mike, forget the result. Let's not talk about that. Does this match ever come close to the Michaels and Triple H matches that Taker had at WrestleMania before this?
No.
nowhere.
Nowhere.
No. Sorry.
You know what? I mean, we're gonna know
that's
what the
what I
result
was
is, but-
expecting is maybe not as good, but maybe half as good is what I was expecting this match, and I don't think we even got that.
So is it fair to say, Mike, that we're going to know the result here soon, that because of the result is what makes this match memorable, not even what happens in the match at all?
That's the only reason why this match is memorable, like because of the ending.
I couldn't agree more. Clothesline by leg drop by Taker. Announcers really selling that this could be it. Choke slam by Taker. Brock Lesnar F5. Huh, an F5. And what a surprise. A false finish. Undertaker out at 2. Both men down. Adam, I don't remember where, but like we were talking about earlier, the Undertaker doesn't remember a lot of this match because he landed on his head somewhere. How, as an in-ring performer, does he continue?
That's a damn good question because I can't remember shit when I'm, in my, when I can think clearly and I know exactly what's going on. I still get lost. So I don't understand how in the hell he was able to stand up, do old school, do tombstone, powerbomb, any of that stuff.
It's WrestleMania, man, and that dude was in his zone.
Must have
Autopilot.
been something.
Do you think it was Brock telling him what to do? Like, hey, do this
Probably.
now, do this now. I mean,
He's out on his feet, he said.
Maybe a little bit. Well, yeah, like Brock was
more
definitely
than
talking to him.
referee.
But it's also like it's Taker, man. Like he somehow willed his unconscious way through it. But like I think that's a lot of muscle memory, a lot of training, and all that stuff like kind of goes into it. And it just
He's been doing it for 30-something years. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I think it's like a roofie situation.
Yeah, like
where
living in the moment, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna remember it at all.
You're not going to remember any of it. You're drugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it too.
I bet Michelle McCool wakes up in the middle of the night and Undertaker standing over about to do old school.
Can you
with
freaking
an arm,
imagine?
Like, oh, what are you doing? Come on.
That's her husband, right?
He's over there with a hand in the air.
What are you doing up there, Mark? Oh, sorry, man.
Hell's Gate by
He's just
Just a
tearing up
habit.
his head.
Just a habit.
Hell's Gate by Taker doesn't look great. Lesnar lifts him up and slams him. Another Hell's Gate. The day Lesnar taps, right? I mean, that's like it's never going to happen. He's not going to tap out to the Hell's Gate. Slams him
He
again.
did it at WrestleMania, didn't he? And the ref didn't see it. Or SummerSlam. Didn't he? Because didn't they have a rematch of this at SummerSlam?
Oh, that's right. Oh my
and didn't
god.
he tap, but the ref didn't see it?
Isn't it that didn't
That
Taker
was
heel in that?
That was after this. This is
Yeah. SummerSlam after it.
Right.
Slams him
That's
again.
why I got confused on the build for this, because I thought all that happened before this. So
Brock Lesnar locks in the Kimura lock. Devyn, this is a legit move, right? This looks great.
Oh yeah, this is a legit move. We've seen Brock Lesnar use it in UFC multiple times. Like we've seen
if it's hooks right, it'll break your fucking elbow, break your arm.
he broke Triple H's arm with it, didn't he?
Storyline, he broke Shawn Michaels the year before at
and
SummerSlam.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
When Brock Lesnar was facing Triple H.
Okay.
Yeah,
See?
good shit. But the Undertaker reverses it. Lesnar gets to the ropes, boot to the face of Lesnar. Undertaker goes old school, and then into the F5, kick out by Taker. Mike, was it too late in the match for this old school?
No, I mean, it had to happen sometime. They got to show it. It's one of those moves, it's like Hogan must pose, Undertaker must do old school.
It's its own spot.
I know, but I always thought it should be earlier because it's not a finisher in any way.
Well, but it's not an opener either. It's its own. It's its own.
It's like a mid match.
Yeah. Suplex by Brock, and then another. James, you can't exactly do Suplex City on a man this big, can you?
Oh, well, did you see that? Because I think that's when we can definitely tell Taker may have his bell wrong. Because he's not like, these are like Brock 90% suplexes. This isn't like, hey, kind of, jump or give yourself a little bit. This is Brock like throwing an unconscious, like not unconscious, but like this is Brock throwing a concussed guy. You can tell these are full Brock.
If you go back and watch when he reverses the second Hell's Gate, Undertaker hits his back and then hits his head against the damn mat, and that on a concussed already brain can't be good.
Dude, and then the Suplex City after that, you can tell it's all Lesnar.
Yeah.
If you ask me when I was watching it, because I was kind of paying attention, I think it happened in the first belly to belly suplex. I think that's when he might have got.
I think it happened outside when he kicked his legs out from under him and he flat back from the outside.
Yeah, I mean it can. I don't think they actually know exactly where.
I know you can tell on this Suplex City stuff for sure.
Devyn, so emphatically, Paul Heyman is saying 21-1, finish him. What did you think of all that?
Over and over, and like he did it in the promo before the match. The promo before the match was absolutely fantastic by Paul Heyman. It was just like completely silent. Paul Heyman's cutting this promo about how there's going to be a 1 in 21-1. And then throughout the entire match, he's screaming it to Brock. Come on, Brock, 21-1. You're the one.
So Adam,
it was great.
Adam, we're almost done with this match, and the crowd is quiet. Are they bored or engaged?
I think they know that the end is coming, and they're expecting what we're all expecting.
Exactly, yeah. They're expecting Taker to win. They're waiting on the finish.
Last ride by Taker. Can't cover him for some reason. Tombstone pile driver to Lesnar.
Whose side are you on, Brad?
It kind of really wasn't even a last ride, though. He had him up there, but it kind of looked like
he fell.
Yeah,
Mike's right, because,
So, I mean...
So kind of breaking down, not being able to finish the move.
Well, because he had him up, like Mike said, and that he had his trunks, so he was going to try to do the up and down, but he just kind of like fell over.
Going up, he just
like fell over.
So we have a tombstone pile driver to Lesnar from obviously Taker. His tongue's out, and then there was a kick out at 2. That's the tongue out is usually it.
Oh no! Here's the thing. Hey, and Adam, I know you could probably. So when somebody gets their bell rocked, and they don't know where they're at, don't they usually go like? Because you don't see Taker ever do that. So and playing football and stuff, I've seen dudes that are just rocked, like what I'm saying, they clean their clock is what it's called, and you just see them kind of like
kind of gnawing on the tongue.
Like they're just like
almost like seizure activity.
Exactly. So when Taker did that, I was like, boy, that's not a good look, because Taker never name me a match where Taker just fucking sticks his tongue out.
When he does
Triple H, or he did with Shawn Michaels. But he didn't lick he just went straight out with his tongue.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, he pins with his tongue out. Come on.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm
Undertaker
saying?
kinda-
Like, when has Taker ever done the like?
Yeah.
That's knocked out, dude. That's
No.
that's
For those of
knocked-
you not watching on YouTube,
Yeah,
watch on
really.
YouTube.
You got to do more than that,
Are-
James. There's 70 people to watch on YouTube.
what?
Your tongue. I didn't know
Oh.
your tongue was out.
Oh well, my tongue was out wagging side to side in a unconscious mode. If you've ever seen someone knocked out, let's say in a sporting event, and you see their tongue kind of come out, and they're looking at you, but they're not really looking at you, you know. They may be
Probably
looking
later
in
you
the
see
eyes,
that,
but they're
then
not
that's
there.
why.
That's the type of look that Taker had for our, audio listeners.
There you go. So they kicks out at 2. Brock Lesnar. Undertaker is down still after this, and they're both down. Then Taker sits up, which is always a big spot. Taker signals it's over with the across the throat.
Oh, hey, can you explain that for our audio listeners, Brad?
Across the throat. Brock counters the tombstone pile driver into the F5 for a count of 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute.
Dead.
Did I hear a 3?
Everybody's reaction in that building.
Dead.
No lie. Hey, before we taped, I was hanging out with my buddy, his girlfriend. We were watching this. He was like, hey, I'm going to cover this tonight. So we watched it. And I shit you not, even they were like, dude, look at the crowd. What the fuck? Oh, the crowd. And the crowd's shocked. And then, I know we're going to get to like the aftermath, but yeah, they kept mentioning like, the crowd ain't reacting at all. Oh, look at that one guy. And then they mentioned how everybody just has their hands on their heads. Like,
Devyn, what was your reaction?
My reaction was much the same as everyone in attendance, to be honest. Like, I was 15 years old sitting at home, like, holy crap, did that just really happen? Like, there's about to be like someone running down and changing this match, making it 2 out of 3 falls or something,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
like, this match
That's
is
what I was
continuous.
expecting. I thought, Vince McMahon was going to run out and tear his quads again or something. I mean,
For real.
I mean,
Well, Mike, I wanted to ask you, how good did the WE do at showing the reactions of the crowd in the faces?
I think they did amazing, especially holding off on the music, holding off on, announcers not talking, just quiet for what was it, like 2 minutes. They didn't say nothing. I mean, it was just an awe. Like, this actually fucking happened.
James, what did you think of that 21-1 on the Jumbotron?
That's when you knew it. That's when it kind of sunk in, like, because everybody was quiet, and then that happens, and you hear a couple boos, but everybody is so shell-shocked from what happened that, like, that's when it was real. When they flashed that 21-1 graphic, it's real then, and now the crowd knows, like, holy fuck, like, Taker lost. And then they kind of chime in Lesnar's music if you, if you pay attention.
I think if they would have waited until like that extra 30 seconds, from when they showed that.
That crowd's
21-1.
dead. There's no way to bring them back. They were dead. They played Lesnar's music. He leaves. They're dead. Dead. Like,
if you watch the 3 count,
They played
everybody
Taker's
stands
music.
up in unison.
They're
Everybody
dead.
stands
Like-
up in unison.
that
Mhm.
fucked
There's one
the
guy,
crowd
like,
up big time.
One guy like 3 rows back. As soon as Brock Lesnar picks him up for the third F5, he stands up with his arms up, like, this is it. And then everyone stands up around him on the 3 count. I
That
thought
crowd
was, like-
is fucking shell shocked, and no one talks.
But I think most of them, like when they stood up on that 3 count, it was them standing up, getting ready to cheer for him to kick out.
For a fall, for a false finish.
Yes, that's what that's what they were ready for, and they stood up and that hand hit, and they're like,
That crowd.
like
It almost feels like the ref
Whoa.
didn't know it was supposed to hit. Like he
Exactly.
didn't know what
It's
to do.
almost
And it
like
went,
no one did.
right, like the ref didn't know is a weird thing.
exactly. That's kind of what it seemed like too. Is like, I mean, even he was kind of like, what the fuck?
I have
Paul
to count 3.
Heyman.
His shoulders are down. What am I
Dude,
supposed to
that
do? Here?
crowd
I don't
is-
want to get fired.
Yeah,
Dead.
he's the referee that counted to 3 for the Undertaker.
Yeah,
Even
even
everybody
Paul
left,
Heyman,
man.
he was
The
shocked.
crowd
like,
doesn't even. They don't even boo. Like, they're
No.
so shocked they don't even boo. They just sit there.
So Lesnar's music hits after a long time. The announcers are quiet. People genuinely disappointed, shocked. Like you said, not booing, just shocked. Taker's still in the ring. Hey, Adam, should Brock have come out of character here and shown some kind of respect for Taker
No,
after the win?
not Brock. because you just dominate. You just beat the phenom.
Yeah, you don't end the
Oh.
streak with a fucking handshake and a high five.
Oh no, we
No,
don't
you
have
get
another
that,
clip.
yeah.
No.
Heel, because that's why they end the streak is to make him Ultimo heel, I guess. You know?
Yeah, and he did wink when he was going back up at the thing, so you can't tell like he kind of looked up at Taker and kind of winked at him.
Eat, sleep, conquer the streak. Man, that was good. That was a good line. Taker is up, sorta. Takes a while. Thank you, Taker. This is a long ass time, man.
He's not up. He's not up, dude. He stands up and falls down. You notice that he stands up, tries to lift his head up, and he can't. So he just goes back down with his head down. When you're fucked up a bunch, you can't really lift your head up, you know? Like, so he stays there with his head down and like falls to his knee a couple times. And then like it takes a long, probably like 6 or 7 tries to stand up. Everybody here knows, like when you're kind of like when your head hurts or you're fucked up, like you can't like look up and head up stuff. You just automatically like fall over and crouch your head. He
Ben
did that
Jones,
like 7 times.
Ben Jones from the Zip Code Bros has a question. Would you consider the ending of the streak overrated, given that it didn't hurt Taker's legacy at all?
I wouldn't say overrated.
Very interesting question.
Well, not for that reason. I would say it's
it.
overrated because he didn't do shit for anybody, but not because of the Taker legacy thing. I just think it didn't do shit for anybody.
I think it's a big deal.
It's a big deal that he lost, but I don't think
it's a very big deal he lost. And it
I'll
didn't
tell you
do a
what, it
fucking
meant
thing
way
for
less.
no one.
It meant way less when Roman beat him later, though.
Exactly. If they would have waited those, until Roman did it, if Roman would have done it, it would have been a completely different story.
They did throw Lesnar on a big streak after this, though. But you could have done that without this.
And
like,
I will
this
disagree.
This didn't justify Lesnar like as a badass.
No,
you could have
but
booked Lesnar as a badass regardless.
It did help. I disagree. I think it made him even the biggest badass. And
I think it 100% helps him.
And not
Brock
just
Lesnar.
that.
I think it's more of a
Think of
heel.
what Heyman did all that time of talking about this for months. Like the man to beat
if
the
Lesnar
streak.
did not beat the streak, do you think that his monster push that he won that red belt for 3 years?
Yeah, I think this contributed to it. Yes, I do.
But without that win, they would have done the same thing.
I don't know.
I think they would have.
You don't know.
I don't know if they would have done the same thing. I think this cemented him as a complete monster and completely dominant.
They would have done
the one thing that nobody else could do.
There's no way they would. Who else? Then who else? Who would they have put that belt on and had him be the part-time heel?
You might not have had anybody. You might not have done that. I don't know. Listen, we're
hey, that's a fair point to make. But now we're getting into what if?
Yeah, we could do this. We could spend it. We could do a 52-week show on this.
Yeah, we could. This is a what if land.
Anyway, guys, of course, we don't love the match, but the ending is part of our fandom. And it was really great talking about it. And it is one of those matches oh my gosh, that really happened. I did not expect that. And that's the theme of today. So anyway, guys, great job.
Hey, you thought something was going to go to a certain plan?
It did not.
And I want to thank everybody for being patient with last week's episode.
Back to you, James.
Oh, no. Do we have any listener questions?
I did them. I did Ben and I did Mike. Those were the two for Taker.
Gotcha.
I got some for the next match we have not
Great
mentioned.
Job, Brad. That was a great job of intertwining those.
Fumbled my way through the match, but got those questions in.
Hey, man. That's what a host does. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Well, I guess we're up to another I guess it's topic time. We take a little break from wrestling, kind of chat with the guys and see how everything's going. So, Adam, looks like you're up on the docket, my brother. What's been happening, shaking and baking in your world?
Yeah.
Boom.
It's been rough lately, man. This car problem's kicking my ass. I mean, we get the transmission put in, and the damn thing starts doing the same thing it was doing before. Second transmission, same problem. So it's got to be an electric problem, computer problem, something.
An electric shit. Yeah.
And that's where you're gonna start throwing money into it. It sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if you're a mechanic listening and you're a fan of the show, that is Adam_from_Bama. If you if you want to reach out to Adam and maybe give him some help, we're not saying like save the day with the red cape, but hey, if you know what the fuck is going on, it'd be cool. Like, if you're a mechanic, Adam can reach out to you and you can tell him what the fuck's going on. That way he can get the shit going.
Hey, Adam, I don't know a mechanic, but if you're sick of putting money into that, I know someone that sells cars.
So speaking of that, it's not funny, Adam. I see people in the service department every day.
Cheaper to fix.
I guys know, everybody knows I'm on the finance end of this, so the warranties and stuff like that is under my jurisdiction. I'm not here to sell them. I'm just here to say something. The electric cars, the warranties cost more than the cars that are regular engines. So that is saying the electric stuff is expensive to fix for sure, and it does suck, and it is hard to figure out. So I'm really hoping it's not that, Adam.
But we got this place that's called Pull Aparts, and it's pretty cool. But I don't know if any of y'all familiar with it, but it's kind of like it's a junkyard, but it's like a junkyard that's kind of categorized, and they actually have inventory on what they have. They keep up with it. They say where everything is. You look it up, and if they have what you need, you go pull it off yourself, and it's a huge discount. Like, I got a transmission for $100.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's true.
Damn.
But it's not working.
But you got to go take it off yourself. And
but the transmission is not the thing that's not working.
I don't think it's the transmission because it's
that's what we don't know. Yeah, I feel for you, man.
It's aggravating, man. And then my pickup truck, the fuel line problem is just aggravating all at once. So
sorry, buddy.
Gotta keep pushing, man. And then my daughter feels like, well, everything started happening when I moved in with you.
Oh.
That was the kick in the ass.
And
when I got the transmission put in the Trailblazer, and I was like, all right, baby, I got it going. The way she lit up, I was like, yes, finally, something good happened. Very next day, she said, Dad's doing it again. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's called sinking your heart.
That happened a few days before that. That was a kick in the balls.
Well, that would have happened. That could have happened, regardless of if she moved in with you or not. Like,
that's what I'm telling her. I was like, baby,
100% was going to happen either way.
I was about to say, like, you gotta. That's kind of. I hear you I don't hear you, but I whatever. I sympathize with you since you're a dad and hearing that type of stuff. Like, no, that's not the reason. Like, that's not.
I flipped it on her. I flipped it on her. And I said, baby, I'm going through this, and you're here to help me get through it.
Exactly. So, well, that's like saying, so if she moves out, the car's just gonna fix itself. I mean,
I said, baby, what if you wasn't here? What if I'm going through this and you're not here? I'm having to deal with this by myself.
Boom.
I said, you moved in with me so I can handle this.
Yeah.
And I think that brightened her day up a little bit, and I got a little teary-eyed when I walked away. But them kids of mine, man, they're a blessing. Man, I know Brad and Mike, they can tell you, having a little version of you running around is just insane. It's freaking insane, man. And there's no unconditional love greater than that.
I agree.
So just enjoy your time, man. Enjoy your family time.
Hey, you'll get there, Devyn. Don't worry.
They're good kids. They're good kids. It's just
before season 3, we're gonna be, James is a good name, bro. I'm telling you, James is a good name.
Have the baby on the episode. It'll be burping.
We'll be naming your child.
We'll be in the middle of a match, and Devyn's gonna be like, sorry guys, I gotta go change the diaper. I'll be back.
Yeah. Old Sammy Todd Dowling is crying. Gotta go change old Sammy Todd Dowling.
We call him Nitro Pepsi for short.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about a match, and you'll hear Erica say, Devyn, it's your turn.
Little Nitro Dowling. I like that, Brad. I'm gonna have to convince Erica of that one.
Old Sammy Todd's crying. Old Nitro Pepsi's crying.
Nitro Pepsi's in there blinding his eyes out. All right, season 3 coming soon.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
I was about to say like 50 weeks from now it's coming. What do you mean?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Jesus.
Adam, did you have anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a Buff's internet and buffer on that season 3 talk real quick.
No, I know I've been kind of distant lately. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you chimed in long enough to watch the matches and record with us today. No, I'm kidding.
I
Hey
did
man,
take a
I
nap in between
disappeared.
I took
got
a nap
straight
in
over.
between the entrances and whatnot, but we're good. Took a shower. Yeah.
Hey man, I get it. Don't worry. I definitely relate. Sundays and Mondays are not my cup of tea. But hey, what is everybody's cup of tea? Oh, it's Devyn. So Devyn, what you got going shaking and baking this week?
A few weeks ago, I asked you guys for my topic. It was to pick out of 4 bands that I should go to, the concert that I should go to. Well, there's a bunch of comedians that are coming like semi kind of local, like within 2 hours away from me.
So we're your event planners now.
So my
you're gonna
event
go
team,
with whatever Erica wants to do.
Except for
what
the
would
wedding.
you do? It doesn't matter about me and Erica.
Joe
I'm
Gatto.
asking you, what comedy show would you go to? So here is the options. Choice 1, 3/4 of the Impractical Jokers. So all except Joe Gatto.
Tenderloins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Gatto's coming here.
That's cool.
Go ahead. Hey, go ahead. It's
Number 2, Matt Rife.
Oh, I love him.
Whoa.
Number 3,
Slow down, Bob.
He's good.
Yeah.
sorry.
Mop
Number
it up,
three,
Adam. Mop
Adam
it
just
up.
Just all
Mop
over
it up.
himself.
No, he's a nice looking comedian too, man. I
We need
know
a
how he
wet floor
feels.
sun under your chair.
I know how he feels
Mop
being a
it up.
good looking funny guy.
Yeah, he is hilarious though.
I relate.
Waka Waka Waka.
All right, go ahead, Devyn. Whatever.
Choice 3, Bert Kreischer.
But Crasher.
The machine.
There's an N in his name.
The
It's
machine.
silent.
Yeah.
It's Crasher.
The guy that talks with his shirt off all the time.
Yeah, the machine. God,
He was on
fuck, I hate you so
the
much.
big-
Choice 4.
The Big
you make
Show
it
thing.
so hard to defend you. I really love to defend you, cause I was like, hey man, I do make fun of Devyn. He's my boy. And then you just spew shit out of your mouth. This is 3rd time this episode.
Just because I pronounced his name wrong doesn't mean I
I
don't know.
don't
who
even
he
know how to
is.
pronounce his name. The machine. Have you not heard the machine story?
Yeah.
What made him famous?
In Russia? Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I've heard that story.
and you just refer to him as a machine, not Kirshen Nurser,
That's Crasher.
All right,
Yeah.
choice 4. Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore's the answer.
Who
Oh
would
yeah.
you go to?
That's
Brad
fair.
says Pauly
because
Shore.
You won't be able to see. You'll be able to see everybody else again. Pauly Shore
Yeah.
could be the one that you can catch because he's
Pauly
not going to
Shore.
do shit again.
Yeah.
I'm doing
I'd-
Pauly Shore.
I'd
I know
He's
you're
probably
doing
not going to
Pauly
be
Shore.
funny, but he's not going to do shit again.
I mean,
You can
Who's
catch
the-
the Impractical Jokers on tour. You can catch Bert,
Mhm.
Kirk, coming down.
Go Big Show.
Derek Cashmere, or whatever his name is.
The machine.
Correct.
Good question.
Thank you.
Good
There
question.
it is.
Pauly
Does Pauly-
Shore.
Does
100%.
Pauly Shore have Andy Dick with him?
did he have any dick
No.
in him?
Andy Dick.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he might have that too, but
No, it's just him. It doesn't say
Okay,
who's
now
opening for him
Pauly
yet.
Shore's out.
no.
So
I
no,
love
no
Biodome.
dick.
No dick.
No Dick, no Pauly.
No dick coming with Pauly.
Oh God,
I would choose
I gotta
Pauly
stop.
Shore.
your segments are the best.
Yeah,
I
Pauly
mean,
Shore
I'll
because I
probably
love
pick Pauly Shore
Biodome.
because it'll be the cheapest and you get the closest seats because nobody else will be there.
Boom.
It's not
Okay.
fair.
Cheapest and closest.
Y'all talking about Pauly Shore? Which y'all's favorite Pauly Shore movie?
Biodome.
Son-in-law. Biodome. Biodome. I'm sorry.
Biodome's
Yeah,
awesome.
Biodome.
In the Army now is pretty good though.
He doesn't
Make it a filter.
He doesn't
Make
bang
it-
either of those chicks. He had every chance to bang both those chicks into those scientists, and he didn't do it.
Exactly.
I was so pissed
The
off.
Biodome
All
goes
that
to
work.
hell.
He
and
worked
then
him the
they-
whole
they
time.
Revamp
Okay.
it back up.
He worked him
Okay,
the
so
whole
what is
time.
his worst movie that he made?
Well, how many were there? 4?
He probably made 25 movies. I mean,
I mean, I bet
Well,
there's a
it's
lot
pretty-
we haven't heard
Son-in-law
from
was
that are
pretty
pretty bad.
You got the old man, the Coquino Man or whatever the fuck it's called.
Encino Man was
Encino
awesome.
Man?
Encino
yeah,
Man.
Brendan
That was-
Fraser.
that's the thing, that was
Encino Man.
great.
Brendan
Dick.
Fraser, baby.
Brendan
Son-in-law
Fraser
was
just won an
great.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
The
a good
whale.
Had to play a whale,
Yeah.
but he won
The
an
Dome
Oscar.
movie was great.
Now, fuck off, Brad. I saw you point at me, dick. Was this a fat
That's
joke?
what I'm
I could be
saying.
pointing
You
at
just
anybody
like
right now. You wouldn't
ass.
know. How do I point at you?
I could be nice and everything too.
And the
Look,
best part about it is
good
he
one.
played the same character
That's how
in
he looks in
every
the movie.
movie that he played.
What?
Don't forget about jury duty.
No, he
was
didn't.
the same kind of character in every movie that he played.
Son-in-law.
Here in 2021, Pauly Shore played Pinocchio in Pinocchio, A True Story.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
Pauly Shore
I'm gonna
is
say that's his
dead.
worst
He was in
movie.
that
What do you
movie.
mean a true
Pauly Shore is
story?
dead.
That's the name of the movie.
Why
I
is it
don't
a
know.
true story?
Devin, see the Impractical Jokers. What are we doing here?
We saw
Yeah.
them Practical Jokers 4 years ago, so we're going to Matt Rife. But this was a fun
But
topic, I thought.
he's like
So why the
TikTok
fuck
funny.
you can ask us which one we like to pick for you if you already went to it?
I think it's fun to see what you guys want to do.
Matt Rife is funny in 10-second clips.
We're just gonna pick something
He's like
completely different
TikTok
that you
funny.
do. All the time.
Well,
Every single thing that you asked us, we all said the same thing, and you went to something completely different.
Mike, I'll choose a different topic next week.
Who does Erica like? So you're going to Matt Rife. Hey, yeah,
Because
exactly.
he's good looking and funny.
That was
hard,
strange.
it's hard to have them two.
He's got the messy hair and he's just a skinny dude and he just cracks so much funny jokes. Babe,
I look
we should
just like
totally
that
go
when we
to
started
this.
dating.
Babe, it's Matt Rife. I saw him on TikTok.
Wait a
We
minute.
should
Say that
go to
again,
this.
Devin. Say what you just said again.
Me and Erica. Well, I look just like Matt Rife when me and Erica started dating.
Not a compliment.
No, not at all.
That
Well, you
just
started
makes your
dating
buddy
for
boy.
What?
So I'm not even sure what we're talking about. You were sitting on that
Yeah.
curb. You guys look like you were 11.
No one knows that picture other than you, Brad.
Yeah, I that picture is something else. What's on
Bumper
Facebook?
would hate
Not
this
hidden.
inside joke right now.
You
James, back to you. My
Yeah,
topic.
thank God. It's the spirit of the surprise. I'm fucking surprised we're done with this bullshit. You know, I look like Matt Rife. Get the fuck out of town with that. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That was a few Nitro
boy.
Pepsis ago.
You know, Devin, there's like, you know what sucks? There were so many jokes that flooded my brain at the same time that I had to just stop. And that is the spirit of the surprise. What is the spirit of the surprise? I have no fucking idea. I will say, you know, like I do like our theme for this show because sometimes things just don't go as planned. You know what I mean? You have an idea in head and you envision it. And that's kind of like the mantra for us. Like, sometimes you just got to kick out it too. Things may not be what you envisioned, what you paid for, what you expected. But, you know, that doesn't mean that that's all, you know, like negative and bad. Because it's, you know, there's a lot of learning things. And I think that on this show, especially in season 2, with the fresh dew, that, you know, we, it brings us closer together, even though, boy, y'all are on some shit right now. But it brings, oh, well, okay. For the video or non-video listeners,
Oh,
that's
I'm
a
so
joke.
sorry.
That's a joke. But no, I'm saying like they don't see me roll my eyes on the audio. But yeah, we're all kind of you know, on one, it feels like. But I think the spirit of the surprise is we're definitely going to bring you more hot shit. There is nothing that can hold us back. I really feel like, you know, no disrespect to any of our guests, but we're a damn good show. And we have a lot of good shit going. So if we have a guest, if we don't have a guest, you're still going to get great fucking shit from us.
Oh, you
And,
said shit. Oh, okay. I thought you said
Oh,
dick.
poop. You're going to get great poop from
I
us.
thought you said
I
hot,
forgot
you're
I had
gonna get a
keep it
lot of hot
PG.
dick from us. I misunderstood. Sorry.
That's a number 2.
There it is. Boy, this segment turned into a pink sock real quick.
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody who knows. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I feel like sometimes things just didn't happen, you know, and it brings us all together. And of course, we're a great show. I mean, you know, sayings like Devin and stuff. But we have a good shit going here. So the surprise is not only what are we doing, But what are we gonna bring you next week? Because that's the spirit of the surprise. In fact, it's the art of the surprise. Because we're a tight ass little group here, and we're really, really funny. I think we all bring a great thing to this, and I think we can all pinpoint like and attack in different ways. And we're probably one of the best podcasts going out there. Like I'll put that on anybody, straight up. Well, besides like Pat McAfee show, WHW, like My World, W.
I think we're better than them.
But for real though, I think, and this is the surprise, is what we're gonna bring to you in season 2, because we're the baddest motherfuckers of all time. We got a damn good show, and no matter what the fuck happens, you can't fuck with us. Because hey, you could say, "Oh, well, this happened in the last episode." Well, guess what? You kicked out at 2, and we're on to the next one, and you're here laughing with us, having a grand fucking time. I don't know. This fresh cut got me thinking a little more clear. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to fade any ideas away, but I'm just saying. So I don't know what the fuck spirit of surprise was supposed to mean, but I'm really fucking glad of what we're doing. And I think that no matter what happens, we rise like a motherfucking phoenix, and we're damn good. No matter what happens, we are badass motherfuckers. Hey, it's your show too. So thank you for joining us. And yeah, and that is the spirit of the surprise. I love every one of y'all, love our fans, and I think we got a good thing going.
Man, I feel like we're
thanks,
signing
guys.
off
Y'all
here.
have a good night.
No, hell no.
B19.
No, man, because you got to bring the crowd in. And what better way to bring the crowd in than, wrestling, which brought us all in. So, Adam, as an in-ring performer, what you got for us this time?
I feel like this is a given because of WrestleMania. So let's go back to WrestleMania Night 1. This should have been the main event. I'm not talking about the main event. I'm not talking about the opening match. I'm talking about the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley.
Boom.
Stole the show. I mean, absolute amazing match. They beat the hell out of each other. You can see the respect they have for each other. But you can tell they went balls to the wall. And Rhea Ripley deserved that title. And I hope she holds it till next WrestleMania.
I agree. I think those are the 2 best women in the WWE right now.
Oh, God, yes. 100%.
And
Bianca right behind her.
They kind of got cheated on their last match because it was the COVID match, not in front of anybody. I'm glad they got to make it up.
Still a damn good match.
I know, but the crowd. I mean, I'm never watching that stuff again. I will watch this match over and over again. I will never watch that match again from COVID. But this is
next week we're doing a COVID era.
What? this fucking guy, huh?
I thought we were talking about old stuff when Brad mentioned the draft. Now we're talking about Mania. So, hey.
Hey, he's supposed to talk and reflect on the month. That's right, Adam. You tell him.
Right.
So if I had to pick a match from April,
yes,
it's Charlotte and Rhea Ripley 100%.
Yeah,
I love that match.
That is a good
Nothing
one.
holds a candle to it.
That's fair.
I agree 100%. If you're going to watch a match from WrestleMania Night 1, that's the match to watch if you love wrestling. That's the technical match. That's the match with no fireworks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know
no pomp and circumstance.
Yeah,
it's
nothing
just straight
silly.
up. You know what's funny is
These are 2 athletes, 2 wrestlers in there beating the hell out of each other.
As a wrestling purist, right, Adam?
No, I mean, this is... You don't
as
put
an in-ring
the
performer,
women...
Brad, you're the dickhead that wrote this.
Man, you're mean.
You can't put the tagline, this is a woman's match.
Show me on the doll where it hurts you.
It was just a great match.
In April, yeah.
How many times you flick me off in this thing? If you're watching the video version,
I have to scratch my eyebrow
with your middle finger.
Okay, well, it's the longest
use
finger,
your pointer finger.
Do I need to use the shortest finger to scratch it?
Your shortest finger's not bigger than your eyebrow?
If I'm reaching sideways,
man.
Wouldn't the middle finger be the first one that makes contact?
We have hit rock bottom here.
Richard,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Adam.
Everybody hates you, man.
Well,
This is Adam's segment.
Everyone hates me.
Adam, how do you feel about Rhea being drafted to Raw, and Bianca being drafted to SmackDown, holding the other show's championship?
I don't like how they do it. I don't like how they go, oh, okay, well, this is the title. Here, we're going to swap. And then they kind of like, oh, okay, well, now you're the Raw champion. So it kind of starts their reign over.
You remember last year when the New Day switched with whoever and they had to switch titles, but that made the New Day all of a sudden like the most tag titles held because they counted it as a switch.
So dumb.
I think they took it back.
Good.
I
think
don't
they-
like it either.
If they do it, they should continue the reigns. So
Yeah.
just
yeah.
have, but I mean,
Bianca's going to be she goes to SmackDown to be a champion. Her days of champion starts over.
See, I don't-
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But I just want to know your opinion on that as an in-ring
I hate it. I
performer.
don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh boy, Devin.
I hate it. How
Yeah.
much I hate it. Look, that's how much I hate it.
Yeah. Well, hey,
I got through the wrong one.
speaking of hate, boy, there's a lot of hate that comes after our second match. Are we ready for that?
Yes, sir.
I think so also. So, boy, let's just keep the hate flowing. Hey! Shout out Stunt. Sorry. But yeah. And what match is that? Oh, you know what it is. It is Nick Gage versus Matt Cardona from it's for the GCW World Championship. It is from GCW Homecoming. It took place July 24th, 2021 from the Carousel Room at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It had an attendance of, couldn't find it, but it had a match length of 24 minutes and 47 seconds. And once again, I don't think that included the intros.
Oh God, no.
mm-mm.
But what better, well, that's the match. And fuck off. So, Devin, how did we get there?
So, I absolutely love this story.
Hey, you did.
First, start off with Nick Gage having his Dark Side of the Ring show. If you haven't seen that episode, I highly suggest it. It's all about Nick Gage's career. Talk about how he
Is that the
died
one
in
where he
ring,
killed David Arquette?
about how his David Arquette incident happened, about how he robbed a bank and has triumphed past this prison stint. I thought it was a fantastic episode. Matt Cardona did not think the same thing. He immediately went to Twitter and said, "This is a disgrace to the wrestling company, and this guy shouldn't even be a part of it." He's like, he started running down Nick Gage pretty hard. Nick Gage immediately fired back. He was like, "Matt Cardona, who the F are you?" He was like, "MDK all fucking day. Who are you? Get out of here." And then it immediately happened. Matt Cardona said, I should show up someday in GCW and see what happens. About a month later, Nick Gage ended up winning that World Heavyweight Championship. Matt Cardona then challenged Nick Gage. Said, "Hey, if you want to face a real sports entertainer, I'm right here." GCW's audience hated that and immediately wanted Nick Gage to kick this guy's fucking ass. Matt Cardona agreed to the match, and it kind of led to this.
Fantastic. Are you here, James?
I am.
So, James, are you an MDK member, the Murder, Death, Kill Gang?
Oh, are you talking about MDK all fucking day?
All fucking day.
Yeah. Sure. And I really wasn't until that Dark Side of the Ring stuff because I didn't really know. And then yeah. And
Our good
like
friend-
Devin was mentioning, this is Cardona like ultimo heel because he was a pretty boy sissy boy that got let go, and like he's trying to, like bow his chest out type stuff.
So, Adam, we've Devin's already referenced it a couple times, and so has James now. But it's a very important part of the story is the Dark Side of the Ring. I know you watched it. Now, Do you think this makes Nick Gage relatable? Not in the way that he's a criminal, but human that makes mistakes.
If we're going to look at it that way, yeah. And that's why I cut it off.
Ooh, boy, I think this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I
as an in-ring
know.
performer,
When I'll tell you what, I'm watching it. I've already seen this match a couple times, and I was actually there for Homecoming Night 2. The next night, I did not see this one, but I was there for night 2, and I know what Adam's gonna be doing here. This is gonna
as
be
an
fun.
in-ring performer. Can't
Quick
wait.
question, Brad. Is that
Yes.
the show that the piece of glass landed in your drink?
Yes, it sure is.
Nice.
I was
Hear that in our archives.
Yeah, so that is a it was interesting. I'm going to get into that a little bit too. Mike, was this your first GCW show that you actually watched?
Yeah, actually it was. And I didn't, it was the first match. So I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched some of the matches reviewing this match. I watched some of the other ones, and yeah, it was kind of.
Did you happen to watch the match before this match?
No.
Effie?
No, I didn't watch that one.
I'm just saying there's more to GCW than just the hardcore wrestling. There is a lot of different elements to it.
Mance Warner back in this time period, he was big part
Effie's
of
an
it.
interesting character. He I will recommend you watch that match ahead of this match. You'll laugh at the end for sure. So Devyn, can you get two more opposite people than Nick Gage and Matt Cardona?
Really, absolutely not. The announcer or the commentators kind of referenced this line during the match, but they said Matt Cardona is the quarterback, the popular kid on the school team. Like in school, he's the popular jock.
Yep.
Where Nick Gage is the stoner loner, just doing his own thing, worrying about himself.
I thought you meant like wrestler, not wrestler. That's what I thought you meant. My bad.
Man, this is gonna be good.
My fault.
James,
I misunderstood that.
Devyn just mentioned it, but who are the announcers?
Glad you asked, Fred. It is Dave Brazak. Did I pronounce it?
Praise that.
Fuck yeah. Kevin Gill and Schlack.
Okay,
and
then.
Schlack, boy, he has some good ones.
Adam, Matt Cardona's entrance. How much does this crowd actually hate him?
That's the best part of the match because it's actually real freaking hate.
Heel.
So
Now, with that entrance, I was going to ask a question about it because you made me watch.
what's
So,
up?
You made me watch.
Yeah, I did.
Is that not like what do you like? How do you guys?
I
feel
was
about that?
going to talk about. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead and ask your question.
No,
then.
no, go. I want you to talk.
I just want to know how you guys feel about stuff like that happening, because I mean, it is a wrestling match. It is a wrestling program, but with the fans getting that much involved, I mean, yeah, it's showing their passion for GCW. It's showing their passion for everything else, but is there not a point where you're kind of crossing the line?
Absolutely.
With stuff like that.
That was dangerous for him. It was absolutely dangerous for Matt Cardona.
Exactly. I mean, he's coming there performing for you guys. Why are you going to make it that much? I mean, yes, boo him, do what you have to do. I mean, but I mean, you had people just all over the place in there, and I think it was just out of control and way out of the way. It shouldn't have gone that far.
Security was there, so.
I think it was truly
imagine if
because
security wasn't there.
Well, hey, imagine if there's only two security guards. Like, imagine if they would you're easily outnumbered. I'm with you on this because you're easily outnumbered. If that crowd wants to get Matt, they're gonna get him. 2 security guards ain't gonna do shit.
Exactly.
the GCW crowd did not want Matt Cardona here. They wanted
here's
Nick
what I'm
Gage to
saying.
kick
He
his ass,
walked
but
in-
they
he
did
walked
not want to
behind
see
enemy
him
lines,
in
for
their
sure.
arena.
I know this seemed dangerous, guys, but I was there that second night, and these people are just having a good time. I'm telling you, it's all an act. It's all an act. They're good guys. They're good guys or good girls. There's all kinds there. It's a good time. I'm telling you, it was just a game. They're not like that. I was
kind
there.
of makes sense, but looking on TV,
It
I
looked
mean,
bad.
even
They did a
Kayfabe,
great
Brad.
job.
Kayfabe.
the crowd reaction though.
Kayfabe.
So, Devyn, what did you think about the venue and how everybody was sitting?
There wasn't a lot of sitting. I mean, the seats were kind of just like a old-fashioned ballroom style, kind of like we had in Chicago at Top Guy Weekend. But it really wasn't set up for a wrestling show per se.
So
It was more like to see an event.
The
So just so you
wrestling
know, Devyn,
showcase?
So just so you know, Devyn, there's 4 rows there of seats. That's it. Everything else is standing.
Yeah.
Well, that makes
I bought a
sense.
seat for $35. Like I'm telling you, it's not. It's really unique for sure. Mike, I'm going to ask you though, with the Nick Gage entrance, what did you think of this scene? Now we have the complete opposite, but was it just as extreme to you?
Yeah, it was. I mean, you can tell they're fan favorites, and trying to just get up there and get in there. I mean, it was just one of those things, like get involved, but let them get to the ring. I mean, there was that one guy, but right behind him, I'm just punching himself in the head. I mean, it was unreal, like especially for my first time watching GCW. So
And he did
that's
pause
kind of
for
where I'm
pictures,
from.
though.
Adam, I have a question for you soon, but I wanted to know who do you have in the room with you?
What are you trying to be nosy for?
Because you have the camera on, pal. You know what? I'll tell you who I have. I have the puppets and everything.
I like how y'all tell me, like,
Is it
well,
hello?
James, for the people of the video or the audio
Is it hello?
version, you need to describe this. But then
I'm
this
so
happens,
sorry I
like,
did that,
everybody
James.
just sees it,
All right, James. Speaking of you, so
Thank God.
James, with bringing in a guy like Cardona, it's obviously a big name.
Yeah.
Who's elevated in this match? Would you say Cardona's elevated, Gage is elevated, or GCW in general?
Honestly, I mean, you want to say Cardona for sure, because this is kind of what kicked off a big, like, independent run for him. But honestly, I think all three really are. Gage had the dark side thing. He was advertised with the match with Jericho. Like, GCW was kind of having their thing. But the match, like definitely with what happened and how it happened and all that stuff, especially the outcome or the aftermath, I kind of think it elevated everybody. I know Cardona had the rocket strapped to his ass after this, and he was fucking like, hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see this? Like, he was the talk of the town. But it kind of elevated everyone with, did you see Cardona beat Nick Gage in GCW? Like, it kind of elevated everyone. But Cardona definitely had that rocket strapped to his ass. For sure.
One of my questions was going to be, do you think it elevated GCW?
Yeah.
Just
yes,
because,
100%.
That's what brought me
all of
in.
them.
So.
Oh, Adam. Let's talk to you, pal. So they keep mentioning the pizza cutter, right? The pizza cutter. As an in-ring purist, how upset do you get at bringing a pizza cutter to the ring and them keep mentioning it?
I mean, I didn't
for
see
the
any
video
pizzas or
again.
anything. I didn't see any pizzas in the ring, so why the need a pizza cutter?
Great.
I mean, did somebody call Domino's? I mean, shit. I didn't see
Domino's
Little Caesars.
Stopped being a
Yeah,
sponsor.
well, I mean, it looks like, Adam has a hard time, like, cutting things away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he sure does.
I have a question then, real quick. So,
Yeah.
You don't like the pizza cutter, but how do you feel about Cardona having a big, tall glass case full of wrestling figures standing outside the ring?
That's his gimmick, though. That's kind of like.
heat.
Oh, and that's
kinda
not
like-
freaking Gage's gimmick?
Yeah, the pizza cutter I've never seen any other wrestler use other than Nick Gage.
Right, his gimmick.
It's kind of like Jimmy Hart with his microphone.
He's not going to take a action figure and rub,
And
like,
slice his neck with
Whoa,
it.
let's not jump to conclusions.
So would Luigi Primo be able to use a pizza cutter and it be okay?
I'm okay with it.
I give him clearance to use it because
What
of
are
his
you-
gimmick,
what
but
are
not
you
Nick Gage.
doing?
I could understand him doing it.
no, man,
Because he
he's
has a
with
reason for having
Primo.
it.
He's with the dough. He's not with the knife. He's with the dough. He's pre-bake. He's with the
It's kind of like
ingredients.
Repo
not
Man.
the-
Repo Man would have like a thing to
I've
get
seen
into the
Luigi
vehicle.
Primo live. That motherfucker's spinning dough the whole time.
He is.
Like me
So-
right now, pre-baked.
So Mike,
Aw,
after
throw the camera
watching
off.
Mike, after watching these entrances,
Grown?
do you want to be here?
Oh yeah, I do want to be there. I want to be involved in it, but I wouldn't be the one right there with in that little mosh pit area type deal. But
I can't
think
wait.
I think that would be amazing to be involved in.
I can't wait to go Top Guy Weekend with you guys. I really
GCW
can't.
shows are amazing. I mean, I don't like some of that stuff they do in the ring, but just the atmosphere of it's insane, man.
The people
I
are
love it.
awesome. They're
Yeah.
awesome. My wife met friends. What? She
I mean,
loved it. She loved it more than any
Dude, we're
wrestler.
gonna be there front row, right? Like,
Yeah, we were up
Later-
there. Yeah,
later
front
on,
row.
like,
I bought front row.
with Nick Gage, like, once he gets close to the ring and he's up there and he has that kid in the front row, that's shows a bit more because you got people bringing kids and everything in there.
not
So-
us.
I had a
It's
great
gonna
time.
be us in June.
Makes
So-
me sad.
Hey, I will say though, that like that chair spot, like Mike said, like that chair spot, he straight up was like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" To that kid.
Right.
All right. So Gage in the ring playing to the crowd. Cardona grabbing the championship. Cardona calls the ring announcer, a mark. Lackluster introduction, obviously, of Cardona, which was part of the gimmick, but it was funny. Devyn, have you ever heard of an introduction like you heard for Nick Gage here?
No. I mean, this
Extravagant,
crowd,
right?
extravagant that it was. Like
What did they
everything
cuss?
about it was just. What was that?
What did they chant? What did they like? We're talking about the.
I'm talking about the ring
announcer was wearing the
announcer's
ski
announcement
mask,
of
and he
him.
was like, "Oh yeah, Nick Gage." He twists back and forth down. The crowd's like, "Oh fucking day!"
Yeah, but
Just
it was just so unique, right?
every part of it. Like it felt like the announcer was even a part of the MDK crew.
Exactly. Like that's
Oh,
their
he is,
dude.
yeah.
The announce team, the commentary, the crowd.
It was good stuff. Spinebuster to start from Gage. Light tubes already. Cardona
Yay!
sends Gage into the corner, into the tube. He's already busted open. Woo, woo, woo. Kick. Gage breaks tube on
Woo,
his
woo,
own.
boo. He does boo on the third.
Gage breaks the tube on his own head. James, does that take away from it?
Well, that was he popped up real quick and then just like behind his back, right? And then did it.
Wasn't it supposed to hurt?
Well, of course it's gonna hurt, Brad. But,
But he did it to
he's
himself.
double tough,
But
dude.
he's
He's
Nick
fucking double
fucking
tough, bro.
Gage.
It's Nick Gage. Pretty boy Floyd's in our ring. Boom! Like it's time to get fucking. Like I'm tough. This is Prissy McGee. That's how I took it. Like Nick Gage trying to prove he's tough.
So they're in the crowd now, fan participation, chair in hand. Adam, how do you like? Now, we talked about this a little bit before on New South, the woman that's there every week. This fan was involved with this chair. And what I wanted to know, Adam, did you think this was a shoot? Was this what did you think?
They always got the diehards.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's one of them that's always there, and she's involved with it.
What were you
She's
going to
a
say?
plant.
What
She's
were
a
you going to
plant.
say, James?
The dude he hands the chair to, if you listen to it, Nick is like, he says so, blah, 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 he's like, I fucking trust you. And he hands him the chair, and that dude like holds it, and then he rams Cardona's head into it. But yeah, he was like, something, I fucking trust you. So
No
that may have
counts.
been somebody he knew or something.
Yeah, probably. No
Yeah.
counts in GCW death matches. Flip out of the ring by Cardona. Cardona doing this match in street clothes.
Whoa. Sorry again, Brad. So, did you just skip over when Cardona tried to get the ref to count him out?
Well, I said there's no countouts in death matches. So the whole point is that there's no countouts in death matches.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cardona comes in there and he's all trying like, hey, he's trying to sell it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Devyn.
He's like trying
Yeah.
to count him out. The commentator's like, look at this pussy. He's trying to get a count out right
Brad
here.
always skips over the good stuff.
Yeah.
Did he
am.
skip
All right,
over,
sorry, my
You guys
bad.
could have a replacement for me soon, right?
Cardona getting thrown into
You're the host, man. It's your show.
Flip out of the ring by Cardona. Cardona doing this match in street clothes, according to the announcer. And then they made a joke like, well, that's not what he wears out in the street. And I thought that was pretty funny, but I guess, that wasn't the part that James did. Ginger light tube shot to Gage, like a light shot. Like it wasn't much to it. It was very light.
It was
Neck
like
Yeah, neck breaker by Cardona. Gage bleeding early.
They did. They even made fun of that on commentary. I can't remember what they said.
you can tell that's his
He also
first
did jump,
time.
too. He did the jump like stomp.
Yeah.
Not to show the magic, but he did the stomp and like, pat. It's like-
They said that you can tell that's his first time swinging light.
yeah,
too.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Gage bleeding early, Adam. How do you keep that under control?
Well, when you do it every week for $20 a night, you kind of get used to you doing it.
Don't judge.
Or for a hot
Oh,
dog and a
boy.
handshake, I think is what they do.
DDT by Gage, chair across the chest of Cardona, corkscrew elbow by Gage. Guy hands Gage a big piece of glass. Now, Mike, what do you think of these guys on the side of the ring that are just handing props to Gage?
I think they're fucking marks. I mean, it's just
Clip
people,
that,
like,
Devin. Clip that.
They got people, people on his crew just handing him shit.
It's
Yeah,
just
homies.
Be prepared. Yeah, be prepared. They're
when
part
you're
of it.
there, you'll see more of it, is what I'm getting at. It's like there's a whole crew that just hands them props. Like,
Yeah, I mean, is it part of GCW or is it actually fans that's doing it?
I think it's
probably-
part of GCW.
Okay.
Big boot by Cardona, light tube to Gage, go figure. Cardona playing to the crowd. Devin, can Cardona play any part given to him?
No. I mean, he couldn't play an Intercontinental Champion very well.
Boom.
What?
Whoa!
There it is.
Whoa!
Seriously?
To be fair, he lost it the very next night to The Miz. So
Ladies and gentlemen, next week we will have a new 5th member of the Kickout Crew.
okay. Cardona is good. He couldn't even come
Josh
back to WWE
Rowe.
right now. Like,
I-
Triple H hasn't even given him the call. So
Are you sure?
I heard that he gave.
Well,
the
we haven't
call and
seen him on
Cardona's making
WWE.
more money on the Indies.
He's making more money right now. He's making
James-
so he's
How's he
clearly
announce-
not worth it.
And he's teamed up with that one chick now. Like they're a little like tandem.
So James, how's the announce team doing?
That's
Because they're
Kelsey
very,
Green
they're,
tied
they're
up
very
with WWE.
pro Gage.
Well,
How
it's,
do you
the-
like that?
What's the hometown dude? Like like the flag bearer of the promotion. Like Nick Gage is like the guy. That crowd is there for him. It's their title, their pay-per-view. Like I said, Pretty Boy Floyd's just stepping in. I think, man, it's a really good way to, like, he's like an outsider that's just above them, because it's a WWE dude coming in. So, of course, the crowd's like, oh, fuck this guy, So, I like it. I think it's awesome.
Spear from Gage to Cardona through the glass. Adam, we obviously saw this coming because the glass was kind of coming for a long time. Was it still good or was it just too choreographed?
It was all right. I mean, and stuff like that, you can tell, when they set the table up in the corner, light tube, when they set them on chairs or pane of glass. If you
Yeah.
watch Lucha Underground, anytime there's a pane of glass, somebody's going through it regardless. They wouldn't be
Devin,
out
you-
there if they wouldn't.
Devin, are you surprised there's so many women in the crowd?
Honestly, kind of. Like, there was a point where Nick Gage throws Cardona into the chairs and it, like, accidentally hits a woman. And Gage
A
comes
kid,
over
that
and he's
was a
like, I'm
child.
sorry. Like,
That
I'm
was
so
a little
sorry.
girl.
You okay? Like, yeah, it's like a probably adult woman. And, like, he's actually concerned about her. Then I noticed there's like 4 or 5 other women right around him. I was like, in this gory, bloody match, disgusting, like, atmosphere that GCW is, like, there's actually women wanting to be here. I was
Remember
kind of
this,
surprised.
Devin. Remember this quote from me. There's an ass for every seat, is what you know what I mean. For every weird thing out there, there's a woman that loves it. I'm telling you right now. And there's plenty of women.
Or you bring your wife. So
There's
if
plenty
you're
of women
married,
that-
buy 2
I
tickets,
lo-
boom, they got you.
My wife loved this show. She saw night 2, and it wasn't Nick Gage. Well, he came out later, but she
Dev.
saw it. She saw the
Dev.
through the glass, off the top. She saw that. She saw the glass. She loved it. And when I took her to Impact later, she did not love it. You know what I mean? She wanted to go back to this GCW show. She loved it.
Old Deb, is that her name, right? Deb?
Old Deb. We call her Old Deb. Hey, go ahead.
No, God.
Old Deb had a question.
This is
for Buff
Deborah
last week.
Stanton. I
Yeah, that
will
was
be
funny.
damned. I didn't know she was, more of the.
He likes the hardcore stuff, right? Am I right? Oh, boy.
Too bad you
All right.
can't give it to her. Boom, roasted.
So light tubes over the head to Cardona. Cardona very scratched up now. Mike, what does Chelsea think of all this?
Oh, as long as he's not bleeding on her bed, I think she's good.
Huh.
You
I
go
really
back to
do
the
wonder.
hotel room tonight, bleed all over there, then come back home.
Devin, how many times can this announce team mention the action figures?
They're loving it. They're telling Cardona, shove those action figures up your ass.
Schlack,
Linda.
Schlack goes ape shit on it.
Yeah.
Slack is talking about how he might smoke an action figure tonight. See if he gets as high as Matt Cardona, thinking he could win this match.
And then they're like, no, do not smoke an action figure.
Yeah.
And then they mention how it'll be bubbling and shit like that.
Prazak is like,
God.
if you're at home, do not try smoking an action figure tonight. Do not try that. They're loving the action figure talk. You can always talk shit about someone. Hey, shove it up your ass. Hit him with it.
Yeah.
All the fans were throwing them at him. It was fun.
Gage stabbing Cardona with the tube now. Not so pretty anymore, is he, James?
Pretty boy Floyd. Now he's see, I was watching this match with somebody, a couple today, my friends, and we watched the Taker match first, and they're like, oh, this actor, you see that actor, oh, they know how to take the bumps, blah, blah, blah. She's kind of downplaying it. So I was like, oh, hey, this is the other match we're covering. Boom. And I played it for her because she was like pretty vocal during that Taker Lesnar match. And yeah, she tried to like, oh, that's like fake blood. But I'm like, that is not fake blood. Like, this is a real deal.
No.
Like, and then when she saw the stab into the forehead thing, yeah, she was.
We went to every ring rope. I cringed and looked away. I was like, I am done.
Dude.
I was watching on my phone, flip that shit over. Was like, I'll look at that in 2 minutes.
Like when they showed the
I'm
behind like camera angles, and his elbows are fucked. Like, fuck, dude. Like you bend your arms, you bend your all the time. Woo, like. Hey.
This match is fucking gross, and now he's biting him. Fuck you, Brad.
And then the fucking referee's got to count. Like, he's got to slap the mat. You see them gloves he was wearing?
Fuck me.
He's got
Fuck you, Brad, because you picked this match. You wanted to watch this.
This is a fan selection. This fan.
Which fan? Yeah.
Which fan knew the thing we were doing? Yeah.
Much like Mike Whitaker here, I did the same exact thing where I did not watch this match until now.
Pizza cutter, more tubes, pizza cutter to Cardona from Gage. Adam, are you there, pal?
Nope, he's busy.
All right, so
he'll be back in 60 seconds.
Adam, why is this so exciting? Like, because the fans are losing their shit over this pizza cutter stuff.
Because that's his gimmick. So, I mean, that's just like, when you have somebody else that has their signature move or anything else like that, that's his gimmick.
It's GCW fans. You know what I'm saying? They're there for a GCW show. Like, yeah.
And I mean, luckily they didn't have no Domino's commercial during this one. So.
Biting and cutting nose, announcer screams, tube across the back, Cardona taking a beating, more pizza cutter. Mike, can Gage even go mainstream, or is he just exactly where he needs to be?
Ooh, I think he's where he needs to be. I don't think he has the ring work to be in a professional, and I'm going to say professional as in like AEW, WWE, Impact.
True.
Because he won't be able to do stuff like this. But
you put that shit on a stopwatch.
But where he's at now, he's perfect for.
Gage setting up chairs. Gage torturing Cardona, setting up more chairs. Gage scratching the back of Cardona. Another tube to the head of Cardona after setting up chairs. So, all right. So Mike and Devyn, we watched back a 2012 Final Battle match where there was a lot of setting up of chairs and stuff. Do you think this was kind of the same? Like it just took a long time to set up?
Definitely took a long time to set up, but I can understand why he was able to have that time to set it up. Cardona just had his head cut open with a pizza cutter. If I was him, I'd be laying on the ground screaming too. Like right. Nick Gage could have however much time he needed because I'd be out of it. I'd be like, what the hell?
All right, Adam, how many, this is a bloody mess. A bloody mess. How many doctors do they have back there?
I know. No one.
You don't think so?
Yeah, they had somebody back there.
I mean, how bad was Cardona's arm?
I mean, it was a guy playing doctor. I don't know if he was a real actual doctor, but he had the tag that said like Dr. Dick, whatever his name was. Yeah, there was a doctor back there. Yeah, sure.
His arm was leaking very.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
But he handled it good for this.
Well, he wasn't quitting. He wasn't quitting.
No, he did good with it. He did it like he was in it all the time. So
I'm
it's
with
like
you.
when Moxley and Kenny Omega had their match, barbed wire and shit. That's surprising.
Hey, Moxley and Hangman, that was good though.
Yeah.
Steel cage match last night. Omega versus Mox was freaking awesome.
Wasn't it?
Okay.
I see what you did there.
I can't
I'm like this. I'm
believe-
like,
I
I
can't
watched it
believe,
last night.
Insert name here got the victory.
Yeah. Cardona light tube to Gage, superplex through the chairs and glass from Cardona to Gage. Spot of the night, James,
Oh, the superplex through the glass?
and the chairs. Yeah.
Uh,
So far, I mean,
yeah, okay. Well, but I wouldn't say like to anoint it like spot. It was a spot you knew was coming, and it was better than the light tubes. But I wouldn't
got you.
say it was like transcending.
power bomb to Gage from Cardona out at 2. The blood is outrageous. Choke breaker from Gage to Cardona. Music hits. Who is it? It's Jericho's music.
What have I become now
Fozzy.
that I've betrayed?
But no, because he doesn't come.
It's some dude. Does anybody
Is-
know who that was?
Well, Don't they
I
have
think-
some kind of licensing for this shit, or is this like ECW? I mean,
I think that they got permission.
Yeah, I think because
Because, he was on-
battling
she was on
Jericho
AEW
and Dynamite
later in the
next
he was on AEW. Moxie was on
Yeah.
there. So.
So
Jericho's,
the hidden figure that ran in, that was VSK from Creative Pro Wrestling.
This
He's
fucking
he's
guy, huh?
trained by Matt Cardona and Brian Myers.
so Gage
Damn.
taking care of the guys in the ring. Good job, Devin. Matt Cardona knees to the face. Mike, were you confused by the music though, and it didn't happen? What? Why do you leave? Doesn't he know
Who
we're
knows?
talking about wrestling?
Probably pissing. We
So
have
kick-
more music. Can't wait for more run-ins of people. Yay!
Kick to the dick by Gage. They actually literally said that. Into the pile driver by Gage. Now the four. Oh shit.
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah,
The 440
yeah.
enters the
Hey,
ringside.
it went for our video fans. They didn't see it, Brad, because
You're
when
right.
you stood up.
I am never going to say that again, but I promise you will.
No, you Firefly Funhouse when you stood up. Nobody saw your shirt.
So it's a 440 shirt because I got it that
Stand
night.
up, douche. We can't see it over the microphone. There it is.
There we
Yeah,
go.
you're good.
At ringside, now in the ring, Gage handling everything there. Atticus is in the ring. Atticus was there the next night too, and it was an incredible match. Let me tell you, guy's extreme to say the least. Ricky Shane Page in the ring. Ricky Shane Page has a big boy. All right, I met him there. I have a picture with him. You guys seen it? Next night,
RSP.
Devin. What is all this anyway, Devin? Why are we doing all this? Where's Cardona?
I think it's a distraction to get everyone away from the whole idea that it's Cardona versus Gage. And also, since there's so much new viewers to their product right now that are literally here just for the Cardona versus Gage match, why not throw some of our talent in there and get them a little spotlight? That's what my whole thought of it was.
All right.
Good
Good job,
point.
Devin. Page trying to stop these guys now. He's part of the 440, but he's actually stopping it. Page and Gage teaming up. Old rivals.
Right?
The match has completely stopped, by the way. Like I said, where's Cardona? But then a low blow by Page. Ah, we thought
No, Brad.
He's
So
done.
Ricky Shane Page gives fucking Nick Gage the light tube. So it seems like these rivals may be teaming up because he helped defend them against the 4-on-1 or whatever it was. So it seems like, whoa, are these guys kind of, like not necessarily teaming up, but like burying the hatchet? Yeah, exactly. Like shaking the hands and all that stuff. Bury the hatchet. So
Right.
he's like, yeah, take this light tube. And that signified like, hey, for us, like GCW guys, smash this fool, this ex-WWE dude, smash this fool. I gave you the light stick. Fuck him up. We may have our differences, but we're on the same level. Fuck old pretty boy Floyd up. And then he gives him that, light tube. And then right when he goes, boom, kicked in the dick. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But doesn't that happen all the time? Like, that's going to happen.
I didn't know at the time.
I didn't
did.
know it was gonna happen.
But granted,
Tubes
I
of-
didn't know their history or whatever. So
Tubes aplenty by Cardona. Matt Cardona with a finishing move. Adam, do you know what the finishing move was?
they had 4 light tubes taped up, and he just boom threw one bundle on them, and then hit the other one on him. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know what that finishing move was, Adam?
The Rough Rider.
Okay, the Rough Rider. He
Yeah.
puts him
I
in the
won't
finishing move
deny it.
into the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
What? Cardona gets the win, but that is not the story now. The crazy in-ring, garbage being thrown in the ring, not just garbage, bottles, pizza cutters,
Cans.
dangerous,
Beers.
very dangerous stuff. And it is immediate. Like it is like almost like they knew.
And a
that
lot
it
of
could
it, like, okay, some people threw it up like rainbowing, that's fair. All is fair. But some people were definitely throwing, and you just see like there's 20-ounce like bottles like being whipped right at them. Some people throw their shit up and whatever, but the people like throwing it directly at them. I mean, come on now.
So I recently watched an interview. It was on the Sessions with thanks Devyn for that, with Renee Paquette, and where he talks about this.
Renee.
But what do you think, James, that Cardona at this very moment that he is getting this stuff pelted at him is thinking?
I was watching this match, like I said, with Suppress. I was like, hey, watch after this 3 count. And then he saw the 3 count and all this shit happening. And I just pointed at the TV and I'm like, he's a made man. He is a made man. Those people hate him so much. They're throwing trash at him. That is what went down as the video. Hey, Cardona's GCW champion. Look at all the trash that
That was the
he's
spot of the
because
night. All
I
the trash getting thrown in. That was the spot of the night.
They saw all the light tube, all that stuff, and they just talked shit on the Lesnar Undertaker match. And then they kind of sort of was like, oh, fake blood. Like, nah, I'm like, no, it's real blood. And then they watched it like, this is brutal. This is kind of hard to watch. But then when he got that 3 and the trash exploded to the ring, I just straight up pointed, he's a made man. You're made.
So, Adam, to build on this, he doesn't run. I'm talking about Matt Cardona. He still poses in the ring with that belt. How big are his balls right now?
I mean, he's loving it because he didn't get this kind of attention since he did Long Island Iced Tea on YouTube.
I understand, but
I mean, he's either got faith and security or
there it is.
he's got some friends in low places.
So,
I
Devyn,
don't think there is no security in that part. Like, I mean, this ain't like NWO when they're throwing like damn paper trash and everything else. I mean, they're throwing full cans of beer in there.
Oh yeah,
and
there's
pizza
a
cutters.
sick ass picture too, like
Yeah.
of the ring.
You're paying $12
like
for
Miller Lite
beer.
cans and
throw it
20-ounce
in there.
bottles, like with the
That's
lid
straight
on,
up
so
heat
they're
right
like
there.
whipping it.
That's
at
real heat.
Devyn, you saw the interview. What was he
You're a
thinking?
made man.
He was honestly worried for his life at this
Yes.
moment.
Oh.
He says that the crowd was just throwing shit at him that he didn't even know. They're throwing pizza cutters at him. His arm is gushing blood. He told us that he had to run out following the security out the front entrance. He didn't even get to go out the normal
But he
entrance that they
stopped
normally
and
come out.
stood on the chair and
He did.
put up
He
the
did.
belt. So you
Yeah.
can't fucking I had to run, but bullshit. You were healing, bro.
This was so well done. This ending.
He was made, dude. He was
Great.
made. That video will live on forever. 1, 2, 3.
That right there
and
definitely was
frame.
not planned for that to happen, but Matt did great at what happened and taking it to the next level.
And
Absolutely
then like
organic,
you know,
too.
run
Organic.
out, then turn around and scream in, "Fuck you, fuck you!" Like, I mean,
he instantly went to like the hottest name in wrestling.
So just
exactly.
so you guys know, the next night though, he was not there. Nick Gage
Mhm.
was, but the ring announcer introduced 3 times, and he finally came out. Smart Mark Sterling as the manager of Matt Cardona, and man, that was fun too. That was that guy. He gets heat too. Smart Mark. He
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
really
he
do
does.
anything. He doesn't do anything, but he gets it. He gets it. He just
And
You
now
know,
he's
you
kind
know,
of
I
like
got a
yoked
question
up.
for y'all.
Well, when
I
Matt
got a question.
Cardona won the title, he says, "You're a winner and new champion, Matt Cardona."
Yeah, that ring
They
announcer.
all
was the
sold it,
best
dude. The
part.
commentary, ring announcer. Yeah.
I saw him break. I saw him break up a fight later that night. That ring announcer. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Do you think Matt got over more in the Indies or Cody Rhodes did?
Oh boy, that is 1 and 2, man. That is 1 and 1A right
Man,
there.
that's
Cardona.
it. Well,
Of late.
but what do you mean over? Because
Well, I mean,
I think Cardona
Well,
did it
business
did it
and
on his own.
financial,
Cody
it's
came
Cody
to
all
the
day.
next level.
But like wrestler, it's Cardona.
Right. I mean, they
Cardona
both
did
came to
GCW,
the
then
next
NWA,
level
become
going to
champion of
the
both of
Indies.
them.
Right. They both came to the next level going to the Indies, making a name for themselves.
Yeah.
But being in any, don't include the AW thing with, Cody.
Don't include
So-
it. He fucking started the company, bro. He was an EVP. What do you
Well,
mean don't include it?
But he did. But I'm just talking about in the Indies.
Yeah.
Cody. I mean, he was doing all this other stuff in the
Matt
Indies.
Cardona ain't started a company. I'll put it that way. I think Matt, as a wrestler, indie wise, he's a made man. I
Okay,
agree with
okay,
him. Why would
that's
you
true.
sign? But Cody,
Okay, you're right there.
he's
But
good.
how long was Cody in the Indies before he started AEW?
3 years.
3 years. How long has Matt Cardona been in the Indies now for?
Around 3.
I'm gonna say it's longer than that.
Because
but
this
not-
was GCW Homecoming, and
This
it
was
was in July
21.
24th. So this was like a little bit after he got released,
yeah, you're probably right. This is it. Stardust and Zack Ryder. Look where they're at now. Both of them.
Isn't that
I'm
crazy,
telling
dude? Like, you have two of the best, and you just doesn't.
I want to
Yeah.
weigh in my thoughts on this real quick. I think that it was Cody on the independent scene for sure. I think that just because Cody was able to elevate so many other talents, like Cody made that list. There was diehards buying every single pay-per-view for every match on that list. Cardona, I can really only think of 2 big pay-per-views that he raised the stock of. It was this one right here, and then it was his first one against Trevor Murdoch for the NWA Heavyweight Championship. Other than that, what has he done? Where's he
Look at
been?
this
What
guy.
is he doing right now?
He's everywhere.
Cody Rhodes rose to the
He's in
fucking
it.
top.
He's an
How many
impact too,
times
though.
has he showed pictures with him with like 10 belts? Like, because
Yeah.
he's been,
Yeah, but
there.
are you
You're right
watching
about that.
Does anyone
Cardona's
care
been
about
in
that?
Impact a lot lately too. Him and Brian Myers.
True.
And
I
Cody
mean,
battled.
He was Impact for a long time.
Cody battled Roman for the big boy belt. And,
I mean,
I think if you look at
and I-
business wise, it's Cody, but wrestling wise, I think it's Cardona.
And I kind of see your point, Devin. Like, Cody
hey,
did it.
run
but
in,
he-
Devin, do a run in.
All right, hey, it's my brother Xander, the greatest fucker in
Oh!
the world. You want to talk real
Oh,
quick?
there we go.
Free at last, free at last.
What's up,
Hey,
guys?
what's up?
What's up, man?
How's it
How
going?
you
Welcome to the Kick Out Crew.
Well, Matt Cardona versus Nick Gage.
We ain't talking about that. Hey, tell your brother to shut up. We ain't talking about that. How you doing, bro?
Yeah,
Hey,
shut
welcome
up.
back.
Yeah, we just finished that
How you
shit.
doing? Hey, get on camera. How you doing? What's
Was nothing much, just enjoying the rest of the day.
Nice,
up? I hear
man.
you.
There you go.
Is
Nice.
that a 49ers hat?
Oh yeah, it is.
Why are you both
Oh.
fans and you live in New York?
Well, because it's the best team in the NFL.
Oh,
Obviously.
there you
The Eagles were pretty good this year.
I don't know.
Yeah.
go.
I think the Eagles got
Eagles
lucky
are
this
all
year.
time.
Well,
Hey,
They're
that's a
gonna be
nice
real lucky.
blue shirt, huh? That's a nice blue shirt, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you got a
I think
crew
you're
here,
a
bro.
Philadelphia
I'm not
Bulldog.
even going to comment on that.
Nice. Yeah, man, how you
Nice.
doing?
Oh, awesome.
Fuck yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
smiling from ear to ear, bro. I'm down with that.
Been a great day.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Great to hear. It's great to hear you had a good day.
So which brother are you like? Because Devin said he has like 7 brothers or something. So which one are you like on the? Like,
Are you older, younger?
His
yeah,
second
third
youngest.
4th. Yeah, like where do you?
Only full blood.
His second youngest and his only full blood.
Oh,
There we go. Oh, Erica, watch out.
You free on Thursdays?
Most of
it's
the
all
time
good,
now.
man. Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
yeah, we're just kidding, man.
Hey, nice to see you, man.
Nice to
Yeah,
see
you
you,
yeah.
man.
too.
We've
Okay.
heard a lot about
I'm-
you.
Hey,
I'm a-
supported you, bro. Hey, good to see you.
Thank you. I'm gonna let you guys finish your podcast now.
Yeah, well.
All right,
good
hey,
to see
just
you.
go
We'll see if
ahead
we
and
can ever
hang
do
up
that.
before you hand it back to Devin. Just hang up.
Am I
Yeah,
right,
you-
Adam?
Yeah,
Just pull the plug on the. You don't have to give it back to him. Just pull the plug, man.
All right, guys, I got a couple
I'm
questions.
kidding, man. I'm kidding. Hey, it was good to talk to you.
Couple questions here from a couple guys that would about Matt Cardona, Adam Jefferson, and also the Zip Code Bros.
Thank you.
Which major
Boo!
Love
promotion?
you too, brother.
Which major
Boo.
promotion would you like to see Matt Cardona sign with? Which major promotion would benefit from the most from signing him?
None
For the
of them.
record, I wasn't booing
None of them.
that question of the Zip Code Bros. I was booing Devyn joining back.
I
I
wasn't
don't
sure
want
what you
him
were.
to sign with any of them.
I don't want him to sign with any of them either.
I don't
be a free
either.
agent to do whatever he wants.
But if he did, I think he would be better off in AEW.
I mean, I do think Impact is kind of a major promotion.
Impact would be a good one. AEW. What about MLW? I mean, you think they
Float
You think
around,
this is
man. Float around.
more?
You're allowed to work for MLW and Impact in other places, just like AEW. So
I mean,
I would
he-
float around like he's doing.
I want to see him in Japan too.
Yeah, he could definitely be one to bring one of the lower ones up to a AEW or Impact status.
Do
I
you
agree.
think that he's able to charge more because he is a name that's not like on the like he's probably got the highest like rate of a non-major, like promotion wrestler.
he probably
He's
does.
saying he's the top independent wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
like
think I
for a
would-
booking fee, I bet you like he demands a price and probably gets it, obviously. And then, other indie guys probably don't even sniff it.
I mean, I don't think it's Kurt Angle money. Kurt Angle, when he was on the Indies, was charging $25,000 for 10 minutes.
well, but that was like a one go round.
Yeah, it was a year, and
Yeah.
he talked. I mean, this is a real
Well,
number.
that's kind of like a
Real
farewell
number.
tour. I'm just saying, like Cardona's wrestling.
No, 25. No, he would do Indies. He and he did the cartwheel thing with Cody. $25,000, 10
Yeah.
minutes. He said it on his show. I couldn't believe it. Man, I'll tell you what. That's the way to go. But I don't think Cardona's making that kind of. I don't think Cardona's making that kind of money.
No,
No,
I
I
don't,
think
I don't even know
maybe
what it is. I don't even know how much it is because he's hustling though. He's hustling out there.
yeah, because if there's like 600 people at a place, you're not
Yeah.
raking in.
Well, there's
thousands.
only 1,500 people at that. There's about 1,500 people at that show, James.
Yeah.
That you didn't have a number.
No,
but
what?
I think he gets a guarantee before he even gets there. He's like,
I
look,
was
if I show
about
up,
to
that's
say,
what I
you
want.
better hope you get
even,
fucking
even
merch
10
and all
grand. 10 grand would be good. 5
Yeah.
grand would be good.
I mean, that's the thing for
I
one
don't even
night.
think that, but here's the thing: like, I don't think a lot of these shows make that on tickets.
But they make it back on Fight.
right.
They make it back on other ways now. It's other ways to make money now.
YouTube.
Mhm.
Who pay?
Well, Fight's a
Wonderful.
subscription for GCW. The Fight's like, I think these independent. It's not free
Dude,
on there.
that show I went to with Bischoff and all that still is not on there.
Yeah, it takes a while. Well, you saw in the Haas tournament. How long that
Takes a
took?
while.
Yeah.
The Haas
We-
tournament's
yeah.
finally on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. Check that
Yeah.
out. everyone.
No, is it?
One more question from Mike Gallagher. Is Matt Cardona the hottest indie wrestler right now? Fuck, Mike. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Of
All right,
course it
guys.
is.
That's
no,
it.
hey, that's rude. We all kind of answered it. So now by the time you ask the question, we're like, well, of course. That's rude to do to Gallagher.
I
Shout
love
out
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
We already had a question tonight.
Whatever.
Hey, Gallagher's facing you in Cockomania thing.
We
Keep
were
going.
tired of Cockamania, Mike. You said it last week on the Buff Bagwell show.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like,
done.
that's how he'd beat me. He'd make me tired by running around with this bullshit the whole
Season
time.
2.
All right. Listener questions are done. Back to you, James.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, my weight would probably be an advantage. I would assume that I'd be able to pick him up and slam him and stuff. But who's to say that me and Gallagher don't join forces and fucking, run wild on Cockamania, huh?
Are you joining them or is he joining us?
Oh my gosh.
Well, hold on. Well, that's that's a good joke. And what better is that even?
It's all
I'll be
right.
back in 60 seconds.
You can go to me.
Oh, thank God, Brad. I would love to do that. So, hey, would you rather go to Adam with no camera or Brad? I would say Adam with no camera. But hey, guess what? We're going to go to Brad. So, Brad, what would you rather do?
So we're gonna do a few would you rather questions. We're gonna keep a cleaner version of it here. So would you rather? Would you rather go to WrestleMania close to you, or would you rather go to the Super Bowl with your team in it? James?
Never Philly. I would rather go.
I said close to you.
Well, I know what you're implying, Brad. If a WrestleMania was like in Orlando, I would definitely go to WrestleMania in Orlando
Instead of a Super Bowl.
I do not trust Dallas Cowboys.
No, the Cowboys are in it. The Cowboys are in it.
Yeah, I do not trust the Cowboys. I would love to go to the game, but I don't trust the Cowboys to win it. If I did go and they did win, oh man, I'd probably cry, have a heart attack, and die like right there. But I don't trust them to win it. As I know, the Cowboys love to choke. So yeah, I would like to go to WrestleMania like that's relatively close and not in a I'm gonna snowball Santa type of place.
Mike?
I'd say WrestleMania. I'd just rather go to. I don't care where it's at. If I had a chance to go to WrestleMania, I don't give a fuck if it was in Philly or.
He said if it was close to you. That was the question. Close.
No, the Super Bowl.
I said if it was in Orlando.
No, the Super Bowl has your team in it.
Oh, Super Bowl has your team in it.
And you have a ticket for free.
You don't like pro football.
Yeah.
That's a loaded question.
Well, all right, you, Devyn. San Francisco's in the Super Bowl, or for some reason WrestleMania is in Governor, New York.
And Erica actually lets you go.
No fucking way I'm going to the Super Bowl. If the Niners made it to the Super Bowl, then the chances are I was sitting in my seat wearing the same exact jersey for the past 5 or 6 fucking weeks. I'm going to be doing that same exact thing for the Super Bowl.
See?
Trying to spread no karma against my team.
Thank you.
Plus,
Yeah.
I'd
I
rather
would feel
watch
it'd be
every
bad
single
luck.
play than miss fucking half the play because I'm at the field. I'd rather listen to the commentators too. WrestleMania all day.
Adam?
So I couldn't tell into this.
Catch
No
your
kidding.
breath.
I
Catch
think
your
you're talking about WrestleMania or the Super Bowl if it's near me.
The Super Bowl, so the WrestleMania is near you. The Super Bowl is your team. That you
I hate
get to go.
NFL football, so WrestleMania all the way.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
Him and Mike are bad to ask that question.
All right,
to.
I
What
would
would you
go.
do if your college team was in the
Is
championship?
Georgia there? Like that's
Okay,
Well,
national
this is-
championship. 100%.
This is literally going to be me this year because the Eagles will be back in the Super Bowl. I don't know if you've heard about the draft.
Boy,
and
you
about-
are smoking
we
that
picked
shit.
up,
That's
and
a
it-
failed drug test, Brad. That's a failed drug test. You were
And-
smoking that shit.
And by
Adam,
the way,
honestly, since you're a huge Georgia fan, you should just be an Eagles fan too, because they have half the fucking Georgia roster.
hell yeah,
What
baby.
are you, Devin?
and by the way, the WrestleMania is in Philadelphia this year,
the
and
one fucking time I compliment this dude.
I already booked the hotel, and once the tickets go on
I'm
sale,
like-
I'm
I'm about to have a fucking I'm at a loss of my heart's murmuring right now talking
All
about
right.
the Eagles. Sorry.
So, would you rather go to Cancun for a week, or would you rather go to Vegas for a week?
Hey, wait a minute. Time out. Because I was taking piss when y'all were talking about this. I think I might become a Philadelphia fan because they are.
He asked you this and you passed it up.
He forgot.
Is he frozen? Is Mike frozen?
Go
Or is that
ahead,
just his
Mike.
face?
Go
No,
ahead.
he's frozen.
Mike,
Frozen.
what'd you
The
say?
Georgia Eagles. Go ahead.
saying they might be.
Hey, Buff.
That's it. I'm frozen. Fuck it.
You're back, Mike.
All
I was
right.
just
Anyway,
saying, we now have the Philadelphia Bulldogs.
yeah, right. So, would you rather go to?
We now have, he says. Adam says the same thing.
Mm.
Boy. Y'all better.
Would you rather?
Whatever.
Go to Cancun for a week or go to Vegas for a week? Devin.
Yeah, I'll start. I'm going to the Dominican next April, so I'm gonna say Cancun because I imagine that's similar.
Why is that?
Beautiful
What do you have
beaches.
against Vegas? So you're gonna take your shirt off?
If I went to Vegas, I would get in trouble. I can guarantee that. In Cancun, I have a less chance of getting in
Dude,
trouble.
they see way weirder people in Vegas. What would you get in trouble for?
I would get in trouble with the future misses. I would either spend too much money or go to some show I'm not
Stay out of
supposed
Cheetahs.
to. I'm gonna go to Cancun and just hang out on the beach and drink. I don't know, drink Mike's Hard with my
So you're not
future misses.
whatever.
Mike,
So you're worried about, oh, I may see some things, blah, 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 and then you're talking about Cancun.
James, real quick. Every single factor in my life where I go has to be run through her.
Oh, I understand that. But don't be like, oh, I can't go to Vegas because I may see some things or whatever.
All right, fuck it. Kick out
going
group
to
bachelor
Mexico.
party in Vegas. See you in a little bit.
Because and I'll answer it later, but Cancun is not America, and there's things that happen there.
what do you got, Mike?
All right. So this is a trick question for me. If I have, let's say $3,000 to bet with, then I would choose Vegas.
You're gonna
So
lose
let's just assume you don't have any. There's no
yeah, you're
restrictions.
gonna lose money.
Okay,
Well, I bet
Then,
money.
then I'm going to Cancun. Then I'm going to Cancun. If I had the money to bet, I would go to Vegas because I could win that money back.
All right.
But because I'd kill it in damn like poker or something, blackjack, I'd kill it.
I think that has to be a
They
thing.
make their
Because
money
if
by
you're going to
taking your
Vegas-
money. Like, come
if you're
on,
going
man.
If you're going to Vegas with no money, what's the point?
Yeah,
I said there's no
exactly.
restrictions. No
If,
restrictions here. You have
if
money.
I'm going, for the vacation, just get the hotel, have my drinks, I'm going to Cancun. Yeah.
How about you, Adam?
So I've actually been to Mexico. I've been to Costa Maya, Cozumel.
Yes, sir.
I've never been to Vegas, so I'm definitely Vegas 100%.
Oh yeah, buddy. How about you, James?
I have been to Cancun. It is honestly one of the best weeks I've ever had in my life. I was 18, like just graduated high school, probably like a month after graduating. A couple of us, pitched in on a group thing and went to Cancun. It is honestly one of the best weeks of my entire life. I enjoyed the absolute shit out of it. There's a song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Soul to Squeeze, and it's I might end up somewhere in Mexico. And I'm sitting on the beach just listening to that.
That's
Because
under
here's
the
the thing,
bridge.
they fucked up our reservation. So they're like, hey, we don't have your room for the first 2 nights. And we're like, me and my buddy, we're like, okay. And they're like, well, you just have to stay in the villa for the first 2 nights. And the villa, it's like a mini apartment, had a kitchen, a room, a big fold out couch bed, all kinds of shit, dude. Table, everything. It was like a mini studio type thing.
Was it more
No,
expensive?
they put us in there because they fucked up our reservation. So the first 2 nights we got to stay there and had a sliding glass door, walk right to the beach. So, we got fucked up at the bars, came back to our room, kicked it. Oh, yeah. Cancun, dude, all the way.
I've been to both.
But you have to go with a, person from Mexico. I'll put it that way.
I've been to both as well. Loved them both for what they are. But I love Vegas more. I just love everything about it. I love the gambling.
I've never
I
been
love
to Vegas though.
the shows. Nothing ever closes. It's just one of those places that at 4 o'clock in the morning you can do whatever the hell you want.
Oh, and Alex Ansel's there. We should go to Vegas. Hey,
So-
y'all remember in the archives when we talked about a live show and a couple people actually thought we were going to do one? And it was episode 8.
Well, is it Wayne Newton there? I mean, so Devyn, there you
Oh,
go.
hey, you in there. Adam's going to come in there strutting ass. Hey, man, call him Hammerstone,
Shut up.
So one more, guys.
On to the next. Go ahead.
Would you rather work 11 to 4 Monday through Friday and make a very good living, like very comfortable living for 5 years? Or would you rather work 11 to midnight, 6 days a week and make 5 times that for 5 years? Never a day off besides 1 day a week.
Good question.
Devyn.
11 a.m. to midnight?
11 in the morning till midnight.
That's
But you're gonna
13
make-
hours.
For 5 years, you're never going to want for anything again.
If I was
5 years,
comfortable enough off of
What's the
11
job?
I'll answer
No,
this
no.
one. I want to
the jo-
answer this one first. I work at
Go
3
ahead.
a.m. It blows complete dick. It takes a lot of time out of my day that I could be devoting to, our shit. So I would definitely take 11 to 4 and live comfortably. Save your money. You don't get to take it when you're dead. If I can live comfortably and do within my means, 11 to 4 all day. I don't give a fuck. You can make $100,000 and not be able to spend it, not be able to go nowhere, just a slave to the game,
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna be a slave to the game for 5
Exactly. Yeah,
years.
you're getting married.
and
You need that
fucking
money
retire.
like you're building something. You know.
I'm gonna take that money. I'm gonna work 11 to midnight, 13 hours a day for the next 5 or 6 years. Then when I got a bunch of money, enough to save up for a while, I'll coast for a little while and let me and Erica start raising some kids.
Well, you're gonna
Good,
need
Mike.
money to do that.
Come on ahead, Mike.
Well, if I was in Devyn's shoes and didn't have no kids, I would do his route. But with having kids now and trying to do everything, I think I would stick with like the 11 to 4 thing. Live comfortably, work, after 4 o'clock, I can go to their games, everything else, and I'm comfortable. But I didn't have no. If I had no kids though, I would definitely choose the other one.
Adam,
What's the job?
I'm not. That's irrelevant.
How old am I?
You're
You're-
making those.
You're right now.
Making dildos, both jobs, same thing.
So I'd be working for the next 5 years and be comfortable the rest of my life.
I would too. I'd give it up for now.
Yeah.
To be set for
I'd
life.
devote 5 years to it, and I had the rest of my life to devote everything else to.
Brad, I got a question though. You
I
got
don't have
kids
the
that are
5
like
years to
about to
give.
graduate.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
you do that for the next 5 years?
Can I do it?
Yeah, why don't you miss after
I already
school
work too much
games and
anyway. I
activities
already work too
and all
much
that?
anyway.
That's
you
what
know?
I'm saying.
If-
Devin, you're
if I
asking a
had
loaded
kids-
question because these 3 guys would definitely, they're already having a routine with like being responsible for other adults, or other people, other humans, doing all this stuff. Like, of course they would do that thing because, save money, shift work. Like, that's what they do right now. I would do the 11 to 4 because maybe I want to go somewhere and do something, but I don't have to confirm it because they have to go through 7 hoops. This is what you're getting into, Devin. Like, they have to, you can't just take a trip. Hell, Brad had to ask 7 people if he could go to Huntsville, Alabama. He's not going to Vegas. He's not going to LA, fucking Huntsville. And he had to beg permission.
I
mean,
had
this
to
is what you're
move.
getting into,
I
bro.
had to
Welcome
move
to
heaven and
marriage.
earth.
In
I was
love and
saying-
kids, just all fine and dandy. I'm not
Yeah,
even going to comment on that. I don't know what the fuck's going on
I'm-
there.
I'm
but
just saying,
all
with-
that stuff, kids and everything. This is what you're getting into, bro. I can go to Top Guy Weekend. You know what I'm saying? You're going to
Well,
get in the
Top
schedule.
Guy
man. You're
Weekend's
gonna be
Erica's
just like
birthday.
them. I'm going to do it for 5 times the money. But you ain't going to be able
If
to
my
spend
kid, if my kids were 16, 17 or older, or I didn't have no kids, I would definitely pick the one, work for 5 years. But with them being the age they are right now, I'd rather just work during the day, and that's my
Brad's all
So,
about
yeah,
stacking that
that's
paper.
it.
Stack that
That's it.
paper.
My current
anyway, guys,
schedule
it's-
is 7:30 to 4:30. That's 9 hours a day anyway. So if I just shifted it to the night, I could just go to bed after work,
I'm
wake
gonna
up
tell you,
early, and get all
Devin,
my shit done.
Devin, if you're working night shift, man, you're missing shit. I'm telling you.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter how many hours it is. It's when the hours are. Everything is
For
on
real.
Saturdays and after 4 o'clock.
100%.
Yeah, everything is
Yeah.
after 4 o'clock and on Saturdays. No one's doing shit at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, dude. They're at work.
3
If I'm
a.m.
doing
to
my job-
11:30 is I'm damn good at my job, and there's been a lot of I was nominated for, well, I ain't gonna talk about that, but there's a lot of I'm gonna get some shout outs at my job, and some things are happening, but 3 a.m. blows. It sucks the life out of me, and it really ruins things that I could be doing. There's a lot of times where I think about, man, if I didn't work at 3 a.m., I could devote a lot more time to this and other things.
A little behind the curtain,
dude.
we're talking about 3 a.m. That means James has to go and work at 5.5 hours from when we're recording.
Tomorrow is Friday, well, yeah, kayfabe. Tomorrow is Friday because it posts on Thursdays. You get it. It's a joke. It's funny.
All right,
Yeah.
back to you, James. Thanks for playing, guys.
Technically, tomorrow is Friday.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow's Friday, bro. Only gotta, I have an
Yeah,
easy
well-
day at work tomorrow, but it's because, well, I'm not gonna get into that.
Because new.
I've been
They
fucking
rocks.
kicking ass at work. And you know what else kicks ass? Are we at the
The
Waka Waka?
fastest rising segment in
That's what
podcast
I
history.
thought. Well, hey. Well, it was me talking about my job, and most of the time it's a joke. But you know, it ain't no joke. Or maybe the best jokes. Oh, it is the hottest rising segment in podcast today. That's right. You know it. I know it. We all know it. It is Waka 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 with Adam. So, Adam, take it away.
I got 3 zingers tonight.
Boy, howdy, because the ones you told last week nailed it.
I just don't think he understands the whole deal how we do things.
No, he doesn't like dead jokes.
Exactly, yeah.
So I had a dream last night that I was floating in an ocean of orange soda. Well, it was more like a fantasy.
I saw that coming, man.
I like that.
So yesterday I went to visit a psychic. I knocked on her door and she said, "Who is it?" So I turned around and left.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that one. That's true.
She's supposed to know that I'm there already.
Yes. Hey,
You should ask who's at the
dig that
door. She
joke.
should know.
She's a psychic.
Exactly.
I like
As
that
you
joke.
understand.
Yeah, these dickheads didn't appreciate it, but I like that one.
So
Fucking
you
tough
know-
crowd.
you ever got hackers and people steal your passwords and whatnot?
Yeah.
So my email password got hacked again. It's like, oh, it just keeps happening. It's the 3rd time I've had to change my dog's name. Ugh. I ain't changing that dog's name.
Ah,
I love when he
okay.
repeats it.
I kept it short and sweet and to the point because
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Thunder Thimble, we know you kept it short and sweet to the point you were gone 60 seconds at a time.
2 times, 2 times, 2 times.
2 times?
Oh,
No, man, you gotta have one more, bro. You gotta have one more. What's the home run? You can't end on, us just,
Yeah,
Two
why
guys
don't you tell a
walking
Ben
through the
Jones
door.
joke?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, hear Ben Jones joke?
Oh, hell yeah, I can't wait.
I bet
Hey.
Mike sent you one. That's in your
Why
message.
why did the Australian cross the road? Because he didn't know any damn good jokes.
Nailed it.
There you go, Ben.
Mike. For those not watching the video,
Did you know
Mike-
Australia lost the
that
war
one-
against the
Yeah.
emus?
Sure did,
Yeah,
Billy.
Do you know there's a place in Australia called, the name of the town's called Fuck?
No, I did not know.
Yeah, F-U-K. Australia.
Oh, Waka Waka Waka.
No, I'm being serious. 100%.
I'll be
That's 100%
fucked.
serious.
And I'm Team Emu.
Well, I'll be fucked. Team Emu.
Freaking thrill, Billy. Kill it.
Right? Hey, you can check that out in the archives.
Yeah.
They're
check
And
it
on
out.
out.
Twitter and TikTok
And wherever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
at
Freaking
Kick Out Crew
great,
Pod.
great guest.
Some would say, I don't know, one of the best. Whatever. So was that the that was
Yeah, the
Well-
Australian joke I didn't end on that one because nobody likes
Yeah.
Ben Jones.
well, I
Love you,
didn't.
buddy.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're not ending on a these ratings aren't going down under because guess what's up next? It is Devyn's demographic. So Devyn, what is everybody paying attention to these days? And all that shit and all that jazz.
Well, I don't know if it's what everyone's paying attention to, but it's what I'm paying attention to.
Or
So
nobody
for
is.
my Devon's demographic of the week,
Less than
it's
double
the
digits.
top 5 MLB teams right now. I'm a huge baseball fan. It's huge. I watch it every single day. I'm trying
Nobody
to catch a
watches
game.
baseball.
No matter
bro.
what. I know the rest of you guys aren't huge baseball fans, but I fucking love
The
it.
Rangers, because they blanked your team like 15-2 like a week ago.
All
By the
right,
time
shut
this
up
airs,
about
probably
that.
2 weeks ago.
But
And the Braves and Rangers.
so I'm gonna talk about the top 5 teams real quick because the top 5 teams are honestly not what was expected at the start of this baseball season. And now that we're a month in, it's kind of shocking. So coming in at number 5 is the aforementioned Texas Rangers. Coming in at number 4 is Brad's Pittsburgh Pirates.
No, I'm a Philadelphia Philly fan.
I figured you'd like Pittsburgh.
Go
honestly.
Bucks! Go Bucks!
They're the only good team in
Fuck.
Pennsylvania, so I
No,
don't
get
know.
the hell out of here. You know I'm a Phillies fan.
I know you're at a game a
All right,
couple
that's
weeks
fine.
ago.
You're a Mets.
so
That's
I
fine. By
Greatest
that
joke you've
logic,
ever told on the
by that
show.
logic, you're a Mets fan.
don't- Hey.
Yeah, New York.
Hey, shout out
Number
Boomer.
3.
That is an awesome joke. Sorry. Go
Shout out
Bucks,
Bober.
Brad.
Yeah. Love you, Bober. Number 3. It is the Baltimore Orioles.
Ah.
They were predicted to be in 5th in the AL East, and right now they're winning the division. Or they're 2nd in the division. Number
Good,
2
there's what, 100 games left?
is
all.
the
Not even
Atlanta
30.
Braves. That pitching staff and the team last year
Who
have
did
done
you say?
absolutely phenomenal leading into this year. The Atlanta Braves are coming in at number 2.
Oh.
And then number 1, it hurts me to say this, but it is the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh.
They're the number 1 team in baseball right now. They started hot as shit, starting 21-0. And since then, they've been coasting a little bit. We're 1 month in. Baseball is on fire. I know the rest of you aren't huge baseball fans, but that's what me and my demographic have been into. So,
Why is Shohei Ohtani not on a good team? That dude is the baddest motherfucker walking right now.
so Shohei Ohtani currently is in the last year of his deal with the Los Angeles Angels. And
Why
next
did him
year, I
and
would
Mike
be
Trout not
looking.
work out? Isn't Mike Trout like the golden goose, like next Mickey Mantle, and him and Shohei are on the same team and they suck? The fuck?
Well,
Devin?
when you put all your stock into only 2 players on a 26-player roster, it kind of doesn't normally pan out in your favor.
Yeah, now
This
that
isn't basketball.
now Shohei's probably gonna be a Yankee.
If that
Can't
happened,
wait.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Y'all gonna pay him $1 billion because he's a badass pitcher and a badass hitter? Is he
You
gonna
can
be
see
the first
Yankees
$1 billion
have billions
player?
and billions
That's
of dollars.
That's your
so
Devyn's demographic. Is Shohei Ohtani gonna be the first $1 billion player?
we'll see. Because I know the San Francisco Giants have a lot of money and are predicted to throw him a lot next year. They threw Aaron Judge the most money out of any team this year. He just came back to New York. But I absolutely love baseball. If there's anyone out there that would love to talk some baseball, hit me up. That is my
Fuck the Yankees.
demographic for this week. Back to you, James E.
Hell yeah, fuck the Yankees. Appreciate your Devyn's demographic. Anybody else have any baseball comments? Brad, your Pirates got McCutcheon back, and they're it seemed to be they've been trash for a long time, and now they're like leading the division, aren't they?
Who cares?
Go Bucks, huh? I bet Ryan Howard would be really proud of the Pittsburgh Pirates right now.
The fuck?
Yeah, go Phillies. Dude.
Wrong Pennsylvania team.
But it was
Honestly, my bad. My bad.
You are Brad.
It's even better. We're moving on. Well, what better way to move on and to watch America's pastime than with some tasty treats? So, Mike, what do you have on Mike's Meat Minute this week?
Well, today I have a very special treat. It is a Sloppy Joe quesadilla. So what do we think about that? So what you need
Brad told me he likes it.
Yeah, I know. And Brad, it's on the Blackstone is how you're cooking this. So you need some ground beef. You need some diced onions, some minced garlic, some ketchup, brown sugar, mustard. Of course, you need tortilla shells, about the burrito size, some cheddar cheese, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Nailed it.
What you want to do is cook your hamburger meat. Get it nice and brown. Once you do that, you want to stir in. You want to put in your onions, minced garlic. Get it all nice and ready.
Some was the unit of measurement.
Yep. But you
Like,
take
I don't-
a couple spoonfuls. What?
I don't want to cut in here, but I was looking for minced garlic because Erica asked me to run to the store and get some. I couldn't find any minced garlic at all. I found this tube that was like squeezable garlic. That was the only thing I could really find. I bought that. There was a coupon on it for $2 off. It gave me like
What the fuck is
it was
going
like
on?
40-something cents. Back to the Mike's Meat Minute.
Minced garlic
Hell
is in
yeah,
a little
dude. Hey,
jar.
Brad, did you and Deb go to the store? Like, what the fuck?
Minced garlic is in a little jar. It says minced garlic.
I couldn't find any. I found a squeezable tube. It sucked, but
First.
keep going.
Anyway, so while you're cooking your hamburger meat and your onions and minced garlic and everything else, you want in a little bowl, you want to take your ketchup, brown sugar, and mustard and mix it together. Once you get that nice and good and stirred up, put it on top of the beef and your onions and your garlic. Mix it up. Then you throw that off on the side. Put your tortilla down. Throw you some cheddar cheese down. Once you get that and it starts melting, you put your meat on top of that. And then you want to put your Monterey Jack cheese on top of that. Get that
Nailed
melting.
It's
Then
fucking
you
cheesy.
flip over your little quesadilla and have a quesadilla sloppy Joe.
Sounds good, Mike. Make sure you put that on Twitter so that I can screenshot it, and I'm gonna do that. Sounds
Did
good.
you have leftover tortillas from your buffalo chicken wraps that you just made quesadillas on the next week's episode?
That's exactly it. Because, I buy a pack of like 30 at a time.
Yeah.
So I don't need like 10.
Oh. And yeah, as tomorrow is, it's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your buff chicken thing. Whatever. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Yeah, a week late. But yeah, I like the quesadilla,
A sloppy Joe. It's sloppy Joe quesadilla. It's a little less messy. Make it in there, and kids love it. They don't know they love it, but they love it.
all
And
three.
you will love it. As long as you try it, you will love it.
I like it.
And that's your Mike's Meat Minute.
Thanks, Mike.
At Whitaker 1028 for any kind of meat minute
There it
you want
is.
to put on the Kick Out Crew, and that's at Kick Out Crew Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and Instagram, and whatever else Devyn doesn't fucking do.
Everything but Snapchat.
Man, we should have had you in speaker view when you did that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Devyn. Speaking
What's
of
up?
good ones, boy, do we have a doozy next week. So Devyn, what is next week?
Next week is a fucking huge guest. He is the former national open weight champion for MLW. He is the Battle Riot 2023 winner. He is Alex motherfucking Kane.
Boomaye.
Kumaye. We're going to be interviewing him here on the Kick Out Crew, your show. We're going to also be covering 2 matches from MLW. The first one we're going to be watching with him is his thriller match against the new MLW heavyweight champion, Alex Hammerstone.
Oh.
We're also going to be covering a match with Shane Swerve Strickland versus Matt Riddle.
Well, all right.
Great job, Devyn.
I can't wait to see those links in the chat and can't wait to talk about those.
Both are going to be on YouTube. We're going to be watching both along.
Oh,
One with
Another-
Alex, one without Alex.
Are you all taking from my bonus watch along series right here?
Yeah, we're
Good.
stealing all your ideas. Watch along's new.
and to all of our fans who may be listening in India, Australia, what are all
Russia.
What are all the countries that don't get our
Sanbenia, Indonesia, Russia,
Yeah,
Sorry.
Ticonderoga.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Because sorry for the WWE copyright infringement on the YouTube. But thank you for listening, as always. Because y'all pop up on our statistics and we greatly appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially our homies in India.
Especially our homies in India.
Shout out to Samir.
Shout out
What are
Samir.
you doing?
Shout out Samir.
Yeah.
I
Is
dig
he that
it.
dude that does all the entrances? Like, he comes out with like the Randy Orton
one.
entrance.
Well, I think I hear voices in my head saying, you know, like it's time to I think the tape machines are rolling, as someone say. Mike already introduced himself, so he can go fuck himself. Boom. If you want to have you know, if you have anything to chime in, some current happenings and current events and all that stuff, that'd be something that Devyn would love to cover on Devyn's demographic. Keep us in the know with what you're knowing in the know or whatever. If pardon me, if there's something that really grinds your gears, like you know, that. Oh, Adam's back. Hey, Adam, do you have 1 minute to spare with us until you're finished? Nailed it.
Somebody say 3 minutes.
No, she didn't.
3 minutes is 2.5 too long.
And boom, look at Devyn. And you get jokes like that from Adam on Waka Waka Waka. And you can also catch him for exclusive interviews that you know, he has. You can check out those on our YouTube and Spotify. And if that's something that you just want to, you know, something that grinds your gears, you just want to rant about, why not hit up Brad for a little you know, that's life, that's what all the people say, some reinstating stuff. And you know, Mike is gonna cook us away with a Whitaker 1028, but he already did that. And well, Devyn, what are the people watching these days? Because they should be watching the Kickout Crew. And what else are people watching? Stay up to date with everything with Devyn D.
19.
Devyn, that's it, Devyn D 19. And
That's my number in baseball.
nailed it. You know what? You hit a home run right there, Devyn. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play on your show. You know, I'm James LaCour. This is a fun show. I've said too much. We've done too much, but hey, we had fun. So, bam. Sometimes when you just get it rolling, and then there's a stumble upon the hill. Maybe there's a little pothole, a divot, as golfers would say. It may trip you up, but never let that trip up let you fall. You know why? Because you get up, you stand up, and you never give up. Because when life gets you down, motherfucker, we kick at it too. That's what we do. That's what you do with us on your show, the Kickout Crew. Want to thank everybody for hanging out, and yeah, appreciate it. Had fun. I will see you guys on the flippity flop. Peace.